So last time we played, you guys had discovered the silver automaton sort of thing and made your way to the final central room and were able to defeat the creature that was in, which you presume was Dreldenza. I don't even know how to say that right. The final blow was struck by Drog. When she went gaseous, she started moving. Sorry?
Huzzah.
Huzzah, yes. The vapors were moving towards that central sort of table that she was lying on. And in fact, some of it kind of was, seeping inside of it, but Drog was able to, for some, his axe was able to penetrate the gaseous protections, and when he struck, he hit some vital part and slew her outright. Her body, is now laying across the top of the table, and that is where we left it. Before we get too far, I'll make sure I've got everybody on the map. I think I do. All right.
Can you put me by my friends?
Actually, so part of the reason I put you there is because the room itself is round. It's like all spherical except for right where that table is. So where they're standing, they just basically are having to constantly keep from, they're standing in a roll, not a rolling ball, but imagine you're in a round glass thing, and so the only flat places are the things along where you're at, outside of the central part. So
is Kilgareth almost dead?
No, it's Drog.
No, it's
no. Yeah, you're right.
Kilgareth was struck and taken a little bit below 0, and somebody healed him and brought him up to 1 hit point. So yes, that's the state he is at.
I have some healing, but I can't move over there to him. So
the game is paused. Yes. In fact, moving itself is very difficult. It will. You can only move about half your move, and when you do move, you generally have to make some kind of check to see if you slip and fall. So just
that was my last healing spell.
Not that I'm going to make you do it, but yeah, it would be. But I'm not going to make you do it. Just know that it's going to take you a while if you keep falling down to get to him. I'm not going to sit here and make you guys roll just because you're not in combat. Eventually, you'll get over there if you have to crawl along the floor. But
I was crawling. Remember, I'm still on the floor.
We've healed everybody up. Like I said, you guys could see that the vampire, as you've determined what she was trying to move back into that giant stone slab. Above the slab is a lantern hanging. It has a golden light coming out of it, kind of surrounding the entire room. What do you want to do?
Well, we need that lamp.
Yeah, and Drog would like to knock the top off of that sarcophagus and see where she was trying to go.
Oh, there's everybody. Okay.
And I'm going to do a blessing while this is all happening.
Hey, you're going to do a blessing. What? You're going to do the spell bless?
Not the spell, no. I'm doing a cleric blessing over the whole area.
Okay.
Drog to get the top of that off, so if I need to dump some holy water down inside there, I will.
So what's the first thing you guys are going to do? Are you going to unhook the lantern from the thing it's hanging from, or are you going to go to the slab and see if there is a way to open it?
Yeah, Drog's not untopping the thing. He's just giving it a good look over. But his intention, he would like to take the top off, but he'll talk to people before he does. Meanwhile, Kilgrith is going to cast Detect Magic and look around. So.
I'm going to try to make my way to the platform.
You and the other roguish type guys can get there quicker than the other guys, but it's not, it's not like your normal everyday sort of travel because the room is round. It's just really out of the ordinary for you guys.
I'm looking at the lantern trying to figure out how to get it off.
It's hanging on a golden chain.
Is it
It's about 3 feet above the slab. So
Is it
somebody
a hook?
would.
Like,
Yeah.
did you just lift it off, or do
It
you
looks
gotta
like
break
it
it
is.
off?
You would probably need to stand on top of the thing she was laying on and reach up there and take it.
Okay,
Not it.
before anybody does anything, I'm going to cast Detect Traps.
See, and go ahead and cast it so the spell slot is used.
Sorry, Find Traps. Find Trap.
I gotcha. Alrighty, so you did detect traps. You don't see any. What was the next action? I think Jolliman was saying, "Don't touch anything until I look at it."
So I don't see any traps.
No.
Okay, Kilgreth, cast Detect Magic. What are you seeing, Kilgreth?
What are we seeing, DM?
The whole area that is encompassed by the lantern is glowing. That light that's coming off the lantern, everything in that area is glowing.
Okay, so it's like the sun washing out other light sources.
Yeah, it just it makes the whole area look like it's magic.
Okay. Well, so Kilgreth just reports that the whole we're all magic here, so it's just washing over all of us. There's no granularity here. So.
Okay, I would like to grab the lantern, but before I do, it could do something. I don't know what, but so just maybe be ready. Everybody okay if I grab it?
That is okay.
I'm going to try and unhook it, put it in my backpack.
So you stand up on top of the table, reach up there, put your hand underneath it, kind of lift it up a little bit, unhook it. And as soon as you do, the light goes poof and goes out. But the lantern is now... it should be in your inventory. If not, let's see, where did it go? So you pick it up. It appears to look like a lantern, but the thing is not glowing anymore. There's no light coming from it. In fact, when you picked it up and unhooked it, as soon as you did, you were looking inside, you could see like this kind of an amber looking stone within. And as soon as you lifted it up, or mostly when you touched it, the stone kind of just like decayed and went away, and the light stopped coming from it.
So what, did I break it?
The lantern is still there. Whatever was causing the effect, within it is no longer inside.
Do you still have Detect Magic up? And if so, is it still magic?
Yeah, so...
The lantern is glowing really brightly magic still.
You
it's
didn't
the
break
most
it.
magic thing in the room. Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't break anything. It just, there must be a way to activate that we don't know about yet.
Okay.
Perhaps it needs to be,
I'll figure out how to get this. I'll figure out how to get the things on you after I figure out what I broke. But
Yeah, I'm just going to stow it in my backpack.
Yeah.
Yeah, our goal wasn't to use it. Our goal was to keep it from the witch.
so
And bring
out
it
of,
back to Alaric, yeah.
out of curiosity,
artifacts.
So Sir Finfall, or actually you are Drog. You guys are both next to the ashes, the remains of Drelsna. One of you two, see if you can open up, double click on.
Yep,
I see a message.
Oh my! All right, I'm gonna step back and let Sir Finfall take a look at what she's carrying.
Is there a sword?
She was using a sword. You see the sword laying on next to her, so yes, there is a sword.
Drog motions for Finfall. Hey, check this out.
Plate mail, an unknown item, and a broadsword.
An unknown item. Oh, hold on a sec. I'll give it a
Plus
name.
5 Holy Avenger?
Yeah. Slippers. Sure as hell I'm not putting on slippers of dancing.
You've already put on boots of dancing.
I know. But, okay. So the broadsword was doing some really weird stuff when we were fighting her. Like you had mentioned once that it was almost as if it had a mind of its own.
It definitely flew into her hand, and whenever Gunthrid was around. Whenever she was sitting there, initially she was not very aggressive, but as soon as Gunthrid came about, the sword flew into her hand and she went into a sort of rage.
All right. Is there any way for me to detect whether or not, like, is there any evil coming from any of this?
Yeah, you're a paladin. You can detect evil.
Don't you have detect evil?
Yeah, I can.
Is
Yeah, I
it
do.
anytime,
Yeah,
right? You don't have
that's
to
what he
cast
was. That's what he's asking. He's asking me. He's not asking if he can do it. Normally, items don't give off an aura of evil or good or whatever, unless there is some particular intelligence behind it. And in this case, that sword definitely seems to have a evil purpose for you.
All right. I don't particularly want to pick it up. I wonder if there's any way we can get it up.
Hey, what does your sword buddy have to say about it?
My sword buddy's probably just following me around like a lump of metal.
He is indeed following you around.
Oh, you can't interact with him. He just kind of.
No.
Oh, okay.
My guess is we're gonna have to get him back to the dwarves, and they're gonna shape him into something.
Oh, I see. He's just yeah.
He's a vessel.
Yeah.
Well, we could take this sword and maybe they could break it down. I don't know.
Could try
but if it's not a
picking it
mind
up
of its
and
own,
giving it to him. See what
Yeah.
happens.
Well, I don't want to particularly pick it up.
Well, Drog can carry it, but I mean, I'm assuming it. I don't know. Can we wrap it up in something, kind of like Gandalf did with the Heartstone?
Yeah. Can I take like a cloak or something and just kind of wrap it up and not touch it?
Well, I mean, you're gonna have to touch it to pick it up.
Let's say take it. I think probably the risk is in using it, becoming kind of attached to the weapon. So just maybe just sheath it, wrap it.
Throw it in the
Take
bag
it.
of holding. Just throw it in the bag
Yeah.
of holding.
Yeah. And the plate mail and slippers, I'd want to do the same thing. Just toss it in the bag of holding.
Drog is looking very, very longingly at that plate mail.
Unfortunately, it's human size. So for the
Dang
fall,
it.
I need you to give me. Actually, let's see. An extra character sheet.
Something's gonna happen. See.
Well, somebody. You said you were picking it up, correct?
I think
Am
we had
I
to
not
save versus
incorrect in that?
petrification or something last week.
With a cloak or something, trying to not touch it, but use something in between.
Yeah, he's using a hot pad.
So I mean, you can use the hot pad and that's great, but you can still feel when you touch it, it feels hot, and you hear its kind of anger. You don't really hear its anger. It's an empathy. It's sort of an emotion that you feel. It's got a deep-seated hatred of Gunther. Just a really.
Oh.
I mean, you don't. I mean, you're able to. I mean, with your training as a paladin, you have some mantras and stuff that you use that you can keep yourself from being controlled by certain things. And this, for whatever reason, the one that you have works, and you're able to control. But you definitely can see that the blade has some sort of purpose of slaying.
It's a cleric slayer.
Is that a thing?
That's the thing.
All right, am I able to get it and like put it into the bag of holding and just get rid of it?
You can put it in there, yeah.
And then if we can get the plate mail and the slippers and put them in the bag of holding as well.
So we'll presume that you take all the stuff, so the body is technically gone.
Yeah, technically it's going to be in the bag of holding.
So you guys pick up the armor. You knock out the dust, the ash from the vampire that seemed to have died. You grabbed the sword. You wrapped it up. You stuck it in the bag of holding along with the armor and her slippers. Jolwyn is holding the lantern. Now what?
Go back to
We got the
town.
lantern. Yeah, I mean, is there anything else? Like I remember there being a bowl of jewels. There was also some tables around the altar that had some stuff on it.
Like some
Did
books.
somebody want
We
to?
haven't knocked the top off of this.
Oh yeah, we
Yep.
should do that.
Right.
We should do that.
Okay, can Drog use his dwarf abilities to figure out how to get this top off?
Well, let's see. The slab looks like it's, you can see the seam of the top. What is your max press? You cannot move it by yourself.
All right, let's get some more beefy guys up here.
Who can help?
I got a strength of
Yep, I'll
13.
It will help.
Help me out here, man.
Yeah, you guys are going to need Finfall to help. Between Finfall and Drog, I mean, the rest of you guys can help. And I'm doing quotes with that. But Sir Finfall and Drog are able to slide it away. And when you do, it reveals a 2 foot wide, 4 foot long, 2 foot deep cavity. Not big enough for her, strangely. But within, you see a small brass cage. Looks like a bird cage. It's probably about, a foot tall.
Is there a killer rabbit in it?
Well, you look inside and you see what looks like a figurine of an archer wearing this kind of green armor, but nothing else.
That's
Detect
another
magic still up?
It's magic.
Find traps is still up. Is it any traps?
No.
Oh, I don't know what to make of that.
I think it needs the hot pad treatment and going in the back of the holding.
Have you heard any legends that will help me ascertain what that is?
Religion check.
So
Like
what,
to-
Ringing any bells?
what did Nero want to do?
Well, from the description of this thing, it's very specific. Is there any type of artifact that I know of or may have heard of in the past resembling this thing?
Give me a... Do you have ancient history or something like that?
Let me check that for you.
I see spellcraft, survival, and swimming. I don't see ancient history.
I have ancient history. I do. I have ancient history.
Oh, there it
I
is. The book looks different. Yep. Give me a blind GM roll on that, please.
What about Tim? Tim's pretty smart. Maybe he knows what it is.
I'll have a look.
Does Tim have ancient history?
Let me check.
I swear, man, I have the book of artifacts, and this is ringing a bell, but
I do have ancient history.
Well, go ahead and give it a roll. Blind GM, please.
I, on the other hand, have an intelligence of 9.
So between Nero and Tim, both of you guys kind of eyeball the cage, and with the markings that are upon it, I mean, you notice that there are some ruins along the outside, the bottom sort of plate that the bars kind of go into. It's made of some kind of wood, obviously not normal wood, but you can see these markings, and between the cage and the markings, you guys think that you suspect that it's one of the artifacts that the wizard Zagig made in his past. It was called the Prison of Zagig.
grab that thing.
Yeah.
So as soon as Nero touches it, you hear this crackling sound, and a split appears right above the slab that's, right there, where what you guys just opened. And it's a black hole that opens up, and from within comes, let's see.
We weren't fighting the bad guy.
It looks like, let me share this.
Oh shit!
You
What
guys
the hell
see
is that?
So let me
You
get
guys
this
see it?
straight. So I touched it, and as soon as I touched it, a void opened up.
Like a
Yeah.
portal opened?
Yep.
Yeah. Is it okay? So where did the portal appear? Right above my head?
Right where the table is, right up in the middle of it, just kind of cracked open, split, and this thing squeezed out.
Let me look.
So
Hold on.
down inside this sarcophagus thing.
No.
Oh, just above
No.
it in the air.
Yeah, above it. It was like the crack that appeared is in the middle of open space, in the room. It was like a line appeared and then opened up, and something came out of it, like a rift between the planes. This is not
Yeah.
a creature from this plane of existence.
So I touched it, and a tear in the fabric of reality opened up, and this thing just popped out.
It's Tuesday, right? Like, that's what happened.
Share that image with me again, Mike. I really liked that. Of what I just
Sure,
what-
yeah,
what-
because
what's gonna
I
kill
need to
me.
put I need the thing on the map anyway. Just 1 second. There's that.
I'd like to see what's gonna eat me again. Yeah, there we go.
And
Look at
then
Look at this bit.
this is, let's see.
It looks friendly.
It just wants to give you a hug.
Yeah.
What is the name?
Squeeze.
What was the name of the artifact too? Gigax's cage of what?
Zagigs.
Zagig's
Yeah,
cage
that-
or cage of what now?
Prison of
Uh,
Zagiz.
Prison of Zagags. All right. I can never pronounce that, by the way.
It's a small cage with a figure in it. That's what I wrote down.
All right. So the thing is on the map, and in fact, let me give us a little more intense music.
See,
And
it's
maybe
just
get-
missing a smiley face.
That looks like some far realm shit right there, like beyond the outer planes.
You definitely are pretty sure that it is not from this plane of existence.
You know, this is like outside the planes, man.
Did Don ask his question? Did I miss that?
Oh, yeah. Ask your question, Don. I'm sorry.
It can wait till after this.
No. Go for it now. I can. We're not going to start combat until we go through it. I'm sorry.
Gonna say, remove curse says that you can remove a curse from an item. I just didn't know if the sword was cursed. That's why I said it could wait.
Okay. Generally, remove curse would be like when you remove it, it's like from the person. It allows them to not use it. Removing it from an item is not. It's the curse, and if it is cursed, would be permanent. And remove curse is not a permanent level sort of removal.
Yeah, it's like taking the boots off of Finfall, not taking the dancing off of the boots.
Right. So it looks like the bad guy's going first. Everybody has rolled initiative. Let me make sure I'm seeing that right. So the bad guy is going to...
Try to touch that cage, man.
Let me see. I'm going to read the description first.
Fly over toward Guthrie.
It looks
This is
like...
a Dungeon Alchemist map for sure.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's going to reach out with one of its tentacles that are long enough to touch Nero. And let me see if I've got this configured right.
There goes my missile.
This. Ooh, and it touches you. And when it does, there is this spark, this energy that comes off of the attack. And let me see if they give a... let's see, what is this guy? The energy that comes off of it is a bright, sort of brilliant spark, like him touching Nero caused some kind of reaction. And when it does, he takes some damage. And his spell is interrupted. And we are going to enter. All right. Tim.
All right. Is that rift still open?
No. Whenever it opened, the thing came through and it just popped closed.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. I gotta look at this dispel magic. 30-foot cube. Crap.
Yeah, that's pretty much the entire room.
Yeah. And there's no option to cast on it. Alright, well, if I do that, I'm going to destroy everybody's potions. I thought I could hit this thing with the Dispel Magic, and maybe if it was a summoned creature, get rid of it. That's too risky, so I'll have to delay and figure out something else.
Okay. Yep, hit the delay and we'll go to the next guy. And this thing is on top of the table, so you would need to be, right next to it to be able to get to him. Just FYI. Gunther, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna move.
Okay. Where are you moving to?
In a circle.
Yeah, he just kind of spun around upside down.
Spun around.
I just noticed that.
I'll fix it.
Like
Is
the
that where you want
ambulance.
to go? Is that where you want to go?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, give me a dexterity check, please. You can do it out in the open. Made it safely to that point. Right there. And then in turn. Alrighty, Jason. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna see what this thing's made of. Well, I'm gonna try to.
Go for it.
You mentioned it was hard to move around in here.
There you go. Yeah, the room is round. We're inside of a big sphere.
Yeah, I get that, but I mean,
Did it seem to take damage or react in any way?
It seems that your strike hit the thing.
what a terrible answer.
Exactly.
It is not a creature from this plane of existence. Your understanding of its physical anatomy is strained at best, Kilgareth.
All right, Kilgareth's gonna step up and see if he can poke one of the eyeball things out with the long
So you're
sword.
going to jump on top of the table? Because you can't reach it from where you're at.
Yeah, he's gonna have to move towards him diagonally. Yeah.
Okay.
Leaving a spot for Finfall to step up later on.
Thank you.
That is a miss, sir. All right, Kilgareth. Oh, Sir Finfall.
All right, I want to try to get up there. So I'm assuming that I'm going to have to make a dexterity check to get to where Kilgareth was, right?
Mhm.
Next to Drog, and then
Mhm.
jump up on the
Go
table.
ahead, go ahead and make the check first.
Public,
Yeah,
no modifiers. Okay.
We're going to know if you fall. Hey. You make it to here.
All right. Now, how much more can I move? Can I move up to right?
You want
to
to
the
jump
east
on
of
the
monster?
table and get to the one side of him?
Yep.
So keep in mind that the table is not flat at this point. It has a cavity,
No.
you know, the 2x4x2 thing. So it is a little difficult. You're going to, every round, I'm going to make you make a dex check because you're basically trying to keep your legs spread and stand, you know, there. So
Straddling it? You mean straddling kind of on the thing?
you could say straddling. Yeah, that's sufficient.
We're trying not to fall in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not stepping in the hole, yeah.
Yeah.
So is that where you wanted to go?
It's kinda
Yeah.
like we're standing on
Do you
the
need me to
toilet
do
with
another
our
dex check?
foot out.
No, not right now. You'll need to do it to start a next round, but that's your action. Getting up on that table is not just it happens. It's something that takes action to do. All right, Nero, your casting was interrupted.
Yeah, I'm drawing my sword.
Alrighty.
I'll end my turn. Okay, there we go. Did it work? I ended my turn.
You did. Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Drog.
The head keeps jumping around.
Jumping up on the table.
Indeed.
You, however, are going to need to give me a check because you're much shorter than the rest of these guys. It can be a dex or strength. I'll let you choose, and then you just roll that out in the open to see if you jump up on the table. All right, you make it up.
Can
You gonna
take a
swing your axe? Go
Yeah.
for it.
So we get like some rear attacks off on this thing.
No, that's a miss. All right, gentlemen.
I was going to try and poke it with my spear. I don't think it will work, but I'm going to try anyway.
Well, which was
This thing is a little too far because it's also
Oh,
up.
okay.
Yeah, it's also up. If it was just straight in front of Drog, I'd let you attack through him, but
Then I will just delay.
yeah.
Am I last?
Yes.
Next round.
Oh my god, dude! I got 2 mini heads up.
Don't tell me that. Do not tell me that.
I do, and it keeps jumping. Yeah, I'll figure it out. I'll try and
It
get you some
definitely
luck
has to
stuff.
do with initiative. Yeah, I couldn't
Yeah.
reproduce it after I figured out what I thought was the problem. But
I closed my HUD and I can't get it to open.
I got 4 of
you
them
have
open.
you need to reselect your token, and if you already have it selected, it will not pop up. It only lets the HUD
Oh,
only
I got
pops
it.
up-
I got it.
Yeah, the HUD only pops up whenever you newly select something. So if you've already got it selected and then you close it, it won't reopen unless you reselect. So that if you do that left click off site or off token or whatever option that's in the configs, it's much more helpful than why you have to lasso nothing to unselect. I still don't know why that's even a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and guys, he did update the code base, so you have to go back into the settings and turn that back on.
I just select. I didn't know you could do that. I just selected air, and then I was
Yeah.
able to click get it back.
Yeah, you can lasso nothing and it'll do the same thing, but
That's what I did.
Yeah, if you go to the config and go under the core stuff, there's a left click to unselect, and that's what I do. All right, so Gunther.
Yeah, something to do with initiative, for sure.
That's all I get to do is just cast it, correct?
Correct. You need to put the effect on you for the duration of it. So target yourself and then hit the effect. That way it'll keep track of the duration. Sir Finfall.
All right, attacking.
You did 0 damage.
That hit. Are you going to tell me it didn't?
No, I'm not going to tell you it didn't. I'm noticing something that I need to look at. Whenever Gunther would cast on himself, it showed as you. I need to figure out why. I just made a note of it. That's a hit. Roll damage.
Okay. Yeah, when you made that noise, I was thinking something's wrong. Okay.
No,
All right.
no, you're good. You're good.
All right. I'm going to delay to the end.
Let's see. They go. All right. So this thing seems to swell up and get this kind of strange aura about it. And anything within 10 feet, which I think is, yep. It does this. Actually, let me read. Does it get a save? They get a save. Buddy takes damage. Jolman, your spell was interrupted.
Ow, how many did I take?
12. All of you took 12.
I thought I saved.
You did. But still takes damage.
I did as well.
Yeah, you still take damage, even, I mean, it's like dragon breath, you know, that kind of stuff.
So it mitigated maybe a little bit, even with, say, like half.
So all of you guys around, it swells up in this kind of eerie sort of energy, just explodes out of it, and all of you guys take damage. It burns your flesh. It's like it's something that's not normal. It's feeling like something like fire, but not. It just burns. It hurts. It's like fire and acid all at once. And that was its action.
Fire for the soul.
Drug.
Well, Drog's still gonna swipe it with an axe. So.
Okay.
Couldn't have stayed on that 17.
I'm gonna
Jason.
take another swing. In hopes I hit. If this doesn't work out, I might disengage next turn.
Oh!
All right. Remember what we discussed last time. You get to get your backstab bonus whenever you do a critical as a thief. So add your multiplier whenever you do the damage.
Nice. Here comes again, guys.
And when you hit it,
What?
your sword pierces it, and you see a little a rip in the fabric of the reality right where you stab the creature, and it gets wider and wider, and this light begins brighter and brighter, and it explodes, and all of you are going to take more damage.
Oh God.
Oh, this is going to hurt. This is going to
So
hurt.
it was a bomb.
Did the void disappear? Like so when it blinked out?
I'll
rip
tell
is
you
gone?
if you survive this.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Ooh.
So you don't know. The creature vaporizes as soon as Jason killed it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I need... Okay, we're going to do some things. So, Kilgareth, Nero.
Was there a save on that?
No, there was not. And I need...
Breath weapon.
No, it's just when it dies, if you're within a certain range, you take the damage. There's no save.
Yeah.
That's why Tim the academic was back there.
Yeah, he was the only one. Well, I'll say only one.
That's
He
my
didn't get
honey
hit.
badger.
He was out of range.
Told you, he's the smart one.
He is. All right, I need...
Well, he's the academic, right? So
He is. I need to look up something real quick. Give me a second.
good time, dude. Looks like I got vaporized.
Oh, we don't have Tim here, do we? Oh, that's what you guys are saying.
He's
here.
up there.
He's just out of range. Is he?
Oh, he's here? Okay, okay.
I don't-
I'm here.
Yeah, he's here.
He's got the
Where?
blue
I mean,
cube of
taking
1,000
notes.
hit point return.
Blue cube of 1,000 hit point return. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, yeah. Wait till you see it. It's going to be mind blowing.
Where is?
Yeah, I forgot about that thing.
Yeah, it helped us out last time. A lot. I'm sorry. I watched the game this morning, so it's like I hear Mike going, "Touch it." So
What was the? Where did you guys find that? You guys found some interesting artifacts in here.
old adventure from a while
Yeah,
back,
it
the
was a
ICP.
It's
long
from the
time ago.
Icy Peaks. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's interesting. You guys seem to come across a lot of interesting artifacts.
I'm trying to find why is this in a weird chapter. It's chapter 6.
I liked the Horn of Valhalla last time.
Yeah, yeah, it was kind of nice.
Yeah.
But
You
I can
read
only
that.
use it. I don't know how often I can use it.
I think it's like
'Cause I-
once a week or something.
Yeah, I technically still don't know what it is. I just used it without knowing
It
what it is.
depends on. Well, I see what you're saying. Like, there's a few different kinds, like bronze and steel or
Yeah.
gold or whatever. You know.
It's unidentified.
Yep, it's unidentified right now.
Bill, give me a. This is not for you. This is just because I need somebody to roll. I don't want to roll it myself. I need you to give me a D20, and you want a 12 or above.
12 or above.
Yep.
Nope.
Or a
That is
9.
unfortunate. So when the thing explodes, the effect doesn't just hit you guys; it hits everything around it, including the cage. When it does, the cage is ripped apart, and there is a bright flash of light, and
Another big boss guy. We're all gonna die.
Well, it's the green figurine, right?
yeah, one sec. This guy pops out and he is prone and looks unconscious. He looks like a full-size version of the thing that was inside the
Does that say
cage.
Archie?
It does. It does. You don't know his name yet,
And
but
he's prone.
he's prone, laying on the ground, unconscious. In fact, I could do that. Oh, this. No, this. There we go. He's unconscious.
All right,
Prone
we
and
need to
unconscious.
tie that boy up.
And
He was in the prison. He might not
Yeah.
be bad.
he was in the prison. Let's see. I think that all of the stuff that was around the table, there was some pieces of jewelry. There was some papers and books. All of that is gone, burnt to ash. And with that, what do you guys want to do?
You're
All right,
welcome.
we need to heal.
Yeah, bind
Oh.
wounds on these guys.
Yeah, the guys that went unconscious. So I'll take Kilgrith.
Now, Kilgrith has 2 jars of unidentified ointment.
Do you want to use an unidentified object?
No, I'm just
What
saying.
about
if we
the-
have,
what
if
about
we
the
have
blue
known
cube?
options, we can do that. But yeah.
Yeah.
What about the blue
yeah,
cube?
The blue cube will help if we bind the wounds and get them up to at least 1. Then the blue cube
Oh, I
will
see.
heal them all together. So
Well, that's up, Mike. How do you handle that? Am I out for 24 hours? Do I get put at 1 and can't be healed above that, or how do you handle that?
No, they would need to bring you up to 1 before a heal spell would take you above that, or they would use a heal spell to get you to 1. No matter, I mean, if they used like a level 7 heal spell, oh, it's not level 7. It's level. I don't remember. I'm not a cleric player,
The
but
big heal. Yeah.
the big heal, even the big heal spell would only get you to 1
Yeah, I
if you're below
understand.
if you're below 0.
I
After that,
understand.
it would work normally, but so they just need
Okay.
to get you to a point to where you're above 0, and then healing spells would work as you would expect, or get you
Okay.
something to get you above that. So
Does football already lay on hands?
Some
it's
people.
gone.
That's
won't
what
even
I
let
thought.
any heal spell work for like 24 hours. Some people do it that way. I didn't know if you did it that way.
Nah, I don't. Death and all the mechanics that go
Hardcore.
along with getting spells back and all that is just it's long enough as it is, so I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
Well, Kilgrith has a potion of healing on him if nobody has a spell handy. So
Okay.
All right,
Can-
so
can Gunther
we'll start
use
with the guys that's conscious. So let me go down the list. Gunther, I see you moving around. You're going to move to Nero.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a healing on him. Not a spell. It's
You're going to do the
uh,
healing check. Okay, do the healing skill check, and you can do it out in the open because you'll know whether you succeed or not immediately.
How charred am I?
You're -2. Not the heals effect. You need to do the heal skill. I'm presuming, yeah, you have a healing skill. Yeah, use that. You're able to staunch his wounds and get him to 1 hit point. All right, who was next? We'll say Sir Finfall. What were you going to do?
Yeah, I don't have any healing skills,
Okay.
so I don't know that I would be able to help
What you
Kilgrith in the
can,
way he needs to be helped.
so you can stop his bleeding. He is at -5, and that will keep him from bleeding out. Normally, what happens once you go below 0, you lose a hit point a round until you get to -10. Then you're dead.
Okay, I'm going to stop his bleeding, and I'm going to yell at Tim to get over here and start helping people.
Okay.
On my way.
So the next person is who else wanted to do something?
I don't have a healing skill either, but I will
You can't
go blind.
move, Nero. If you're moving across all that stuff, you're sliding all over the place. Remember, the room
I
is
didn't mean to move.
okay.
I didn't mean to. I was trying to drag the camera, but for whatever
Okay,
reason.
yeah. Right click is camera move.
There you go.
I will go bind Archie's wounds.
So you don't have the healing skill either.
I don't.
And
no.
Archie's not wounded. That's Jason. Archie's just unconscious.
Oh, Jason is underneath Archie?
Yeah.
Yeah, now he's invisible. You can't see him.
I disappeared. I'm gonna put a sword on Archie. No, I'm not gonna stab him, but I mean, like,
Yeah.
if he wakes up,
I thought he was
then
who's unconscious?
All the guys with the little faces on them.
I know,
So that
but
would be Kilgareth. Kilgareth is below 0.
He needs help.
I see the
Kilgareth-
same.
healing
I see the
skill.
same icon right next to Kilgareth to
Yeah,
the right.
Archie, because he's unconscious as well.
But he's not. He doesn't need his wounds bound.
No,
Okay.
he's not bleeding out. He's not hurt.
He's just unconscious.
Unconscious for why you don't know.
if I could get to him, I could do a healing on him. Try a healing on him too.
But what is Jolliman now?
He's getting out of the way because I can't do anything.
yeah, Drago, step out of the way.
All right, give me another heal check on Gunther. I presume that's what you're going to do if you guys are waiting for him. And you can do it out in the open. All right, you get him up to 1.
Am I able to do an herbalism too? On both of them?
No, you're basically doing them both to get them off, out of being, because they're at death's door right now. This isn't like, you're binding wounds. Like if you were going to go do that, healing herbalism on Jolliman or Finfall or Drog or any of the other guys that took damage, you could. But you've got one more round. You can do one of them and do that because it's 3 rounds after the fact.
You don't have to worry
after
about
3
it now.
rounds, you can't do it anymore.
Tim is good. Tim will take care of us, hopefully.
Yes. Just let me know when you're ready. I assume this is ranged. I don't, or do I have to actually?
It is not.
Oh, crap. All right. And the treacherous area is that central.
Oh, it's the everything but the central. The central area is flat.
Oh, I thought.
And
okay.
the way the stone works is they have to touch it. Touch the
Crap. All
stone!
I just thought it was a magic heal button that
No.
filled the room with magical energy and everybody was up.
No.
All right, well, I'll start with Nero. Nobody else is bleeding out.
You put it in a slingshot.
And we're okay now. You can just step through and help everybody.
Yeah, everybody's not dying anymore.
Very good.
As long as Archie doesn't wake up beforehand.
Okay.
Jason's. Well, I can't see it, but Jason's got a sword to him.
All right, so I just have to target them and then hit the heal button.
You need to do, assuming that Nero touches it. That's up to him. He's got to touch the stone.
Nero, has he seen this? Well, okay. Once it's explained to him what it is, he will reluctantly reach out and touch the cube.
Okay. So click the cast and then target him and click the effect or the heal part of it.
The first one's free.
No, it's not. In fact, go ahead and do the heal part. And with that, the stone disintegrates in your hand.
Oh, we're out of uses.
Oh,
Yeah, I knew that was
okay.
coming.
All right.
Dag
We
nabbit.
got one person up.
Well, I'm out of healing spells.
We are all out.
Just want to rest here.
I'm worried about this guy, Archie, who's still unconscious.
That's
Oh,
true.
Put some rope. Put some rope on him.
As long as
Search
he's
his
not
body.
some god that can.
You should search him.
Who was the people that did? It was Kilgareth that did detect magic, right? Or was it Chalaman?
I did find traps. He did
It was
detect
Kilgareth.
magic.
Okay. So while you're waiting for them to deal with Nero, you're kind of looking at the cage, and yeah, it's shattered, but you're still getting a aura of magic from within the slab.
This is just loaded with goodies.
In the cavity,
It's not
or the lid itself, the slab itself.
this whole thing. It looks like it's made of stone, but the table, it's not. Where it's deeper within the thing. You make of that what you will.
Yeah, well, I'll let somebody else almost wipe the party out this time.
Well, we're kind of standing in it, right? And it's 2 feet deep.
Well, Kilgareth was laying in it, sort of. He probably would have fell off to the side. But you're standing over it. And Archie's kind of like halfway laying in it. Gunther was helping Kilgareth and Nero. So you're really the only one standing in it.
Maybe Archie is one of the original members of the 8 or whatever who accidentally got stuck in the prison. Is he breathing?
Yes, he is.
Okay, I want to concentrate a little bit and try to detect evil on him.
He's not evil.
Okay. All right,
Yeah,
he was
he's-
trapped in there for some reason.
Poor sod. Dick.
In fact, looking at him, you see he's got this necklace about him, and it looks to be of Norse sort of mythology, like people these days wear crosses. It looks like the same, but for Norse.
He's got a vault nut.
All right.
Why is he unconscious?
It's a necklace of healing.
Possibly
I'm not
because
gonna-
he's been stuck in the cage for 400 years or something.
Well, I don't
Long
detect any
time.
evil on him, so and if he's Norse, I'm okay with that. But we definitely need to do something about health.
Yeah, so how you guys feel about camping here?
That's what I would recommend.
When you
Yeah.
say Norse, you mean like from another, like arm material plane, or just is that part of your Greyhawk?
Norse mythology, like
Yeah.
Vikings, Thor,
Yeah.
Odin.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
down.
assuming he's the same religion as Gunther.
Okay. So
Gunther and
Yes.
Sir Finfal are both Norse followers.
okay, so you're using that pantheon. Okay, gotcha.
I mean, I prefer in my settings. I like Greek and Norse and Egyptian.
Yeah,
I'm not
cool.
saying you can't use Greyhawk, but in general, I prefer those three. Just because I don't know. Whenever we first started playing, I kind of like those. I mean,
I don't have a problem with it. It's cool. I like it too. Norse is awesome.
That's because we had the old first edition demigods and
Yeah. Well, the reason why I asked is I thought maybe this guy was like from our material plane, like
he
he's from
doesn't look like he's from any. I mean, he looks like a normal. Let's see, what is he?
Is he wearing Nikes? Like, so, yeah.
He looks kind of like all of them.
Okay.
He's got pointy ears, but they're not as pointy as Kilgareth's. He's got a light beard. He's got a bow. He's got two
So
quivers.
he's a half elf.
So he's a half elf. Yeah.
He's a half elf.
ranger
looks
or
ha-
something.
He
Yeah.
looks like a half elf. Yeah.
I'd like to hear his story.
Yeah, he may be a
Sorry.
good guy that just got trapped here by
Oh,
Miss
sure.
Morticia, you know?
So again, I ask, why is he unconscious? He's got full health. How do we wake him up? Let me ask it that way. Poke
Do we
at him.
want to wake him up right now?
Yeah, we have to. I mean, if we're gonna rest, you know what I mean? Let's,
Tie him up. Use some rope.
Tie him up, put the boots of dancing on him.
Yeah, but that's
Well, that'll really
kind of
teach
rude
him.
if he wakes up. I mean,
I know. He's gone from being trapped in a cage to the boots of dancing and hogtied. Is
I mean,
like,
we're gonna have to
okay,
have,
you're with me.
spellcasters need to sleep, but then we always take turns staying up anyway. So
I have a question.
I got a lightning bolt for him.
What's your question?
Question is it considered a new day? Because I don't think I've done any prophecy.
You have, and it's not a new day. You did it before you guys got to this point.
So let's wake him up then.
I second that motion. Absolutely, 100%.
All right.
While
guess
you
we were able
guys
to
were
look him up.
sitting there discussing all this, you kind of notice he's kind of looking at, he's been pretending to be unconscious,
He's playing
listening
possum.
to you guys have a discussion about him and, debate whether he should be tied up or not tied up and all that kind of stuff. And he says, well, that was a long time.
Okay, whom do you serve?
Odin, who else?
I too, sir.
How did you come to wind up in this dire place?
Me and my party were tracking this evil witch. She was trying to drive the giants against, and he names off some, kingdom that doesn't sound familiar. Actually, Tim, give me a ancient history.
Got it. Hold on.
Oh,
Ancient history.
Yeah, do a blind TMO, please.
He's probably like 4,000 years old.
that's what I'm thinking. I mean, giants.
Drog has ancient military history, by the way.
This is more history.
Well, I'm just saying, if somebody was wiped out in a war, some country, he might.
Yeah,
know.
and this was, anyways, Tim. So you, he names off the name of the place, and to you, that's a kingdom that hasn't existed for like 2,000 years. It's normal historians. It's not even on their books. It'd be like pre-Egyptian for us. Something that we just we would not know about. But you've heard the name. You don't know much about it. And it was a tiny, it was. But basically, what he's saying is that there was some witch, which you, as you understand, is probably Iglith, that was trying to drive the race of giants against all kingdoms of men, and he and his group was sent to stop her. And what happened to the rest of them, he doesn't know. At some point, he was captured and trapped within the thing that you guys, had destroyed, and he popped out. He doesn't seem very. He seems a little shaky. When he tries to stand up, he's basically has to balance himself, and because he's been like that for 2,000 years effectively. That's what
Offer
it seems
some
like.
food and water.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's put to sleep.
Yeah. So when you give him the water, he basically just drinks almost, I would say half of it, but that's a lot. But he drinks like he hasn't drank, in days. And when you bring out food, his eyes just get really big, and he just starts, shoving food in his mouth like he hasn't eaten in a while.
Yeah.
But during this time, he's asking, through mouthfuls of food kind of spitting out of him while he's asking. He's like, what has happened? What is going on? He's trying to catch up with what he knows. He's been in there for a long time. He doesn't know how long he's been. The only person that really knows is Tim, and whether Tim tells the rest of you guys is up to him. But so that's what you know.
Could I
Okay.
have done it? Could I have done a check to know as well?
You can if you want. Do a blind jam roll. So Tim, what do you want to do? You want to?
I got some bad news for you, buddy. That was a really, really long time ago. Like thousands of years ago.
It seems to just not even sink in. He's just. I mean, he looks like what? You know, he doesn't understand 2,000 years. You know, he's just doesn't comprehend it. But you know, he understands that. You know, it's been a long time. But you know,
The
do
place
you tell him
mentioned
about
has
his?
been gone for a very long time.
Yeah, and I mean, if you tell him his, you know, his the kingdom he came from is no longer there. It's now whatever. And I don't know off the top of my head what it would be. You know, we can determine that later. But basically, his you know the place he was from is now you know part of Q-land or something like that. It's just not the same as it was before.
Yeah. Again, the giants like that. 2,000 years, man. That's hard to break. You know, it's like aliens were. I thought that aliens was bad. 57 years at space. This is like whole new. This is like a whole new level of
Yeah,
shitty. It's a whole new level right there.
coming back
All
from biblical times.
all your family, everybody you ever knew. You know, it's like
Yeah, I'd be going back to the Roman Empire.
yeah.
So something else that you notice, Sir Finval, is he
Sumerian.
has all along like the cuffs of his sleeves and along his hood and the edge of his cloak is like these symbols. It's just that are curses against giants. And you can see that he even has the necklace that you saw that was, you know, of Norse. You can see that on the other, you know, the extended sides of it, you can see that there's some larger sort of ears that aren't human-sized ears that are on it that are probably petrified or preserved in some way.
So the witch, like for her amusement, like put him in the cage at some point.
At some point a really long time ago.
Yep.
Well,
we're not trying to defeat that witch. We're trying to defeat a different witch.
No, I think he was imprisoned by Igwils, and I think we just
Yes.
killed Drelnza,
Yes.
whatever
Yeah.
she's
And
called.
so I want to tell him that, well, you can rest with us and eat, but a lot of us have fought a long battle to get to the point where we found you, and we need rest.
there's safety in numbers, you know, and surely you don't want to stay in this place any longer.
Yeah, we've got a party slot, so join the party. So,
Exactly.
Yeah. And I'll tell him we'll get you out of here and then help you decide what you need to do next.
Yeah, I feel bad for him, man. That's like that's a super shitty, lonely situation, you know?
He's gonna need to read a lot of newspapers to get caught up.
He's yeah.
I tell him that I'm a follower of Heimdall and I'll do everything I can to get him to where he needs to be.
The world is so much different too, you know? He's gonna have to adjust like crazy.
Yeah, the flying cars and everything.
Well, you have to realize it is a lot different, and mostly just from the political lines, you know, between the different realms. But you know, as far as you know, it's not like our world where you know Egyptians to now it would be just you know a lot, but. For him, I mean, yeah, there's probably new technology with spell casting, maybe, but you know, otherwise it's the same. To him, it's going to look similar. But you're right; it is a long time. His family, any family he had, is long gone. Whether
the
he
names,
had any or not.
the names have all changed of all the kingdoms and stuff.
Possibly, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
there's some that have been around for a long time, but you know, obviously the kings have changed. Unless you're talking about elves, they're you know the elven leadership may be the same or close to it, but
Yeah.
he
It's like
seems
Star Wars, it peaked, you know? Like it's pretty much the same at certain
or it's
point.
kind of like from 2000 BC to 0 AD. You know, it's different, but it's not.
Not a
like-
lot of change. I mean, there's probably some medical stuff that's changed. People do different sort of things to treat.
So we're
wounds
gonna
and
rest
stuff.
here then, or is that the plan? We left ropes to climb out on the south balcony, but that leads back to the caverns.
But we could find one of those caverns in one of those caves, like where we found the metal guy. We could go back there and rest and put a glyph of warding if that's available as a spell.
Oh, and we did find a cave that goes outside too.
Yes, we did.
That is true. Yep.
I have glyph available.
So do we want to find a cavern?
We just got to be
tonight
very
and get
careful
out?
because, like, if we encounter one more bad thing, like,
Maybe
It's
we
gonna
should
hurt.
maybe we should just stay here.
I would vote to stay here actually.
That seems
Okay.
good.
And remember, there's still something magic in this box here. So
Question:
Yes.
Is the vampirous body still there or no?
It turned to ash, and they dumped it out of the armor and put the armor in a bag of holding.
Okay, so before we rest, I wanted to do create food and water.
Okay. Anybody want to do anything else?
Sleep.
I'll take a gander at the I don't know what to call it, the slab or whatever, where it was still radiating magic, just to see if I can find something.
Give me a D6 by GM roll, please. You do not find anything.
Then I will rest.
I will keep guard.
So Archie isn't going to sleep. He says he's been asleep for a long time and he's not tired. So
He can keep me company.
yeah. He is kind of curious about. He keeps, he looks at the silver sort of guy, but he doesn't really ask anything. He does seem to have a more comfortable conversation with Sir Finthal and Gunther than the rest of you guys. Obviously, both of those have. Both are not hiding their Norse beliefs. So.
Hey, speaking of this silvered guy, did he do anything this whole
No.
this whole time? No. That's
No.
what I figured.
Yeah, he's just a lump of metal.
He's a paperweight.
Yep. That's exactly right. A walking paperweight.
Right, yeah. Right.
Follows me around. I might have a conversation with him one day. It could be one-sided, but you never know.
It's the silver standard.
I think we should put some pants on him. Just to be funny.
Personally, I was thinking that I would slap a backpack on him and let him carry some of the gear.
Yeah,
That's a great idea.
That's a really good idea.
I missed a lot of things. So, who's the T1000? You guys discovered liquid metal, like sword golem or something?
Yeah, you want me to explain it, Mike?
Yeah, you better fill him in.
Go for it.
Okay. Try to be as quick as I can. We found a room with a slab of stone, and he was laying on it. As we got closer, my old sword, Bifrost, that broke into pieces, started to vibrate. So we figured out that, we think that the metal that the sword was made out of is the same metal that they were trying to make a golem out of. I put the sword on top of him. He absorbed the sword. And then that voice that I've been hearing in my dreams saying, I need a vessel, the body of this thing sat up, looked at me and said, you found me a vessel. And then he's been following me ever since.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you missed a really exciting time. It was good.
Yeah, I was very sick.
The T1000 that does nothing.
Yeah, he's never done anything.
I think putting the backpack on him, that's a great idea. That's like the best idea yet.
He could also just like block a doorway.
Well, I was
Tells me-
thinking you could use him as a meat shield, yeah, or a metal shield.
Well, that's true. He is an excellent mule. So, like, even if there was some of those other rooms where we didn't get all the money out, we could see how much weight he can carry.
Unless
Yeah,
he
no, he
absorbs,
won't.
unless he
he
absorbs
won't carry
all
it.
metal.
Yeah, he won't carry it. We just kind of have to strap it to him somehow.
Yeah, we put it in a backpack and strap it on him. Yeah.
Something tells me it'll pay off in the long run.
All right. So Jason's going to be taking a watch. Is anybody else?
Well, I
I
need
gotta
8.
rest.
I'll take a watch. One of the earlier watches because I need 8 uninterrupted. So
Yeah, unless they plan to take longer than 8 hours. Who else is doing watch?
I can.
Not me. I need sleep.
But I don't really have much as far as spells anyway.
Drog? Can Drog do it?
Yeah, Drog can take a shift, sure.
So Drog, Jason, and Sir Finfall?
Would I be able to get my laying hands on after taking a watch?
Yeah. Yeah, you're not a
Okay,
spellcaster.
fine.
Yours resets daily.
Okay, all right, then I can take a watch too.
Okay. Alrighty. We are going to do a long rest. No food consumption because provided by Gunthread. And strangely enough, nothing comes into the room and bothers you during your rest period.
Huzzah.
Well,
Okay.
as we've demonstrated, it's very hard to get in here.
Yeah. And Archie seems to be a much better state than he was in the morning. He has put together breakfast for Gunthred and Sir Finfall, and seems eager to move on. But I know you guys wanted to examine the stone table, but I'll wait for you guys to do all the casting and whatnot you're doing.
Yep, I did my heal.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, feeling better.
Still trying to figure out the unstableness. So I understand the room's a circle,
Yeah.
or like a dome. But what makes the outer edges of this unstable? Is it just kind of?
It's not flat. It's round. It's completely circular.
Okay.
Just imagine being in one of those plastic balls standing on on water. You know, those air up balloon balls that people put on the water, and then you try to get in there, and you basically that's what it feels like. You guys let me know when you're finished. I'm just waiting for you guys to do that.
I am outside my window of support for Coke. So now I don't have to
Outside
keep
of
watching
your
my email.
window of support for Coke.
Yeah. Yeah, when I do an upgrade for them, I got to be available for an hour afterwards testing. So
What is Coke?
after that, Coca-Cola. They're one of our clients.
Oh, God. Yeah. I'm like, what are you talking about?
No, Coca-Cola.
You doing some work for Coca-Cola. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I thought you were talking about drinking. I was trying to
No.
are you mixing Coke with your whiskey? I was like, well, he doesn't do that.
Nope. I upgraded one of the systems for one of their bottlers today.
Okay,
So,
gotcha.
tonight. And so now I'm outside that 1 hour. I don't have to sit here and check my email. So I'm good.
Gotcha.
Mostly decent rolls. I'm out of heals again, though.
Understood. Long as this gets us out of here.
Yeah, that's kind of my goal too.
All right. So you guys finished?
I am done. Yes.
Yep.
Not sure about Gunthred.
Looks like he's still got some.
Thank you, sir.
Ooh,
There's a good roll.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's much better.
So was there anything in this cave system that we wanted that we left behind? I can't think of anything, but that doesn't mean there isn't something.
I'm out of healing spells.
I think we got the good stuff. I think there was some more bulk treasure we left just because it would have been encumbered. You know, we'd have been.
Yeah, I don't really care about coin, but
Well, yeah. I mean, the thing is I mean, like we had that room where all those coins were that I danced through, like Fred Astaire dancing through the rain. All those coins, though, are up there. But I mean, do we really want to go through and try to gather those?
I don't care about them.
No, we've got plenty of coins, I think.
I'm here for the lantern, and we have the lantern.
Yeah.
So you guys were going to look at the table when you guys got up in the table.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
Thing
Yeah.
okay. So
Go ahead and take a look at
what are
that.
you guys gonna do? Solomon couldn't find anything.
Everybody else take turns looking.
Yeah. And then I got an idea. I want to try something, Mike.
Yeah, so Finfall didn't find anything either.
I have a ring of X-ray vision.
What? Wow.
Yeah.
Like Superman.
You do.
I'll-
You've had that for a long time.
a long time, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I've been meaning to give it to somebody else, but let me put it on and take a look and see what I see. down
You,
in the.
you easily see through the stone. You can see that just below this cavity is another cavity that there are some books within.
Oh shit.
Oh, we got to figure out how to get this open, guys. We got to grab those books.
Yeah, we have to, man. That's a must.
There's 7 books underneath this thing.
Oh boy.
Okay.
This whole
All
thing
right.
started with the book. Remember,
Yep.
like
All right.
the
Yeah.
necromancy book that got stolen, and
Stolen all
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Let's do.
Let's use
All right.
our dwarven skills and figure out how to crack
We were
this
gonna
lock.
bell.
Step back, and I let them go at it.
Yeah, between Gunther and Drog, you guys easily can see that there's a lip underneath the other one that was in there. It's a little more difficult to lift up. It requires all the muscle you can muster, and you guys can figure out how to slide it open. And underneath, you see the books laying there, all dusty and covered in years and years of isolation.
do they look anything like the necromancy book that we found?
Let's see. They all are really large books. One of them is bound. I don't think you have any skills related to this.
Just religion would be the closest thing.
No, religion isn't going to help you. Give me a religion check. Blind TM roll. But the other books all look large. They don't look strange or anything other than they're old, they're big. But obviously they've survived hundreds of years in here, so something is, preserving them. You also detected magic in this area as well, previous day. The only book that looks out of the ordinary is the one that Jolman points out, and he says the binding, the cover of the book is made of human flesh.
Oh,
Damn.
my.
Oh dear.
Legal bad.
Goodness.
Okay. All right.
That is the one book that is bound and has it's kind of latched shut. The rest of them aren't. Just that one.
Is this the Book of Vile Darkness? Have I ever? Is it like the Book of Vile Darkness or Necronomicon? Would I have heard of a book like this? Being an academic and a spellcaster.
Give me an ancient history.
Yes. Ancient history. All right.
And then after that, give me a spellcraft check as well. Both blind GM rolls.
You got it. Spellcraft, you said? There you go.
You know that Igwilv was in possession of a book that it's a brass-bound book, and it's supposed to contain information on powerful evil creatures of the lower planes.
This is what
you
she
suspect that's the book.
Yeah, this is what she used to remember the prison area we found.
Yeah, there was demons in half the rooms in this place.
Yeah, the zoo is what she used. All right, well let's take it with us. I mean,
I'm gonna open up my bag of holding and let them drop the books in there.
Okay, who's grabbing the books and giving them to him?
Not it.
I'll do it. I'm grabbing the books.
Out pops another creature.
Exactly. A portal opens above you, and
You take the
two
books,
alien-
and they seem
two beholders
to.
pop out.
No, they seem to be like books, normal books, and other than the cover of one being very cringy for you guys, you are able to drop them into the bag of holding.
I hope it doesn't eat up all our other equipment in there.
No kidding.
But we'll figure that out. Okay. Are we done here? Can we leave?
I think we're done.
I think
does-
we should get out.
Archie's already leaving. Look at him. He's gone.
Archie is like Hawkeye, you know. He's got to be up in a position to where he can get a shot, so he's kind of up there, just kind of watching what's going on.
All right, let's get out of here.
Dex checks or
Let's do it.
Nah, I mean, you guys eventually can crawl your way out of the room. You guys are going out the same way you came in, where the rope.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
we
gonna
got
collect
2 ropes on that balcony. Yeah.
I need to be sure to say that I'm going to collect my bow that I dropped in.
Yeah.
That's right.
Everybody
Either
get
way.
your shit.
And then when we get to the top and everybody's at the top, I'm going to collect my rope. And I'll make sure the humanoid guy follows me.
Pretty sure you can't stop him from doing that.
Nah, probably not, but
A second here. I should have just left you guys out here.
Yeah, I mean, you just changed scenes back to the other one, right?
Yeah, that's what I should have done, but I did not. I'm so used to. Oh, Archie's already there.
This is not the way. It was the way, though.
buddy, I'm going to remember that. Like 10 years from now, I'm going to come to you, Mike, and yell out, "This is not the way."
I'm gonna figure out if I got to remember how to do this. We're gonna do this. That should get you guys moving over here. Why? Okay, I can't remember how to. What's the key bind for this? Frightable, mount, follow, target pod. F, it's F. Why is it not working? Why is that not working?
There we go.
That was that Baldur's Gate music. Love it. I always love the soundtrack to Baldur's Gate 1.
All right, I feel like we got to go back up to the northeast, right? Oh, hey, Mike, I just had 3 HUDs pop up.
Oh, sorry. I don't know how to fix that right now. I'm trying to just get this fucker to follow you. Hopefully he is. I don't know. It's not giving me a message that he's following you, although when I mouse over you and hit mount, wait, what did I do? Okay, so I got to target him.
That too. Yeah, I sent you information for later. I never spamming you during the game to read then. I just send it to you
Okay,
so you can
fine.
look later.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, for whatever reason, it doesn't give me a message when he follows. I need to ask the guy that writes Writable to have it say like when they follow or when they stop following, because I'm sitting here spamming the button and it's not working. All right, so you guys make your way out of there. So we have a couple things we can do. If there is some area that you guys wanted to explore in here, we can. Or we can hand wave some of this and you guys can take the exit that's on this level that you guys found previously and go outside to the exterior of the mountain where you guys left Patsy with the horses.
Let's do that.
I
Plan
vote
B.
option 2.
Yeah.
Option 2.
Option 2, I'm feeling pretty beat up. Let's get the hell out of here.
Sure.
And
So
we have a
the
lot
one-
of identifying that needs to be done.
We need so many pearls.
Yeah, that's fair. But the exit is, I think I was here for that. That was when Finfall had the dancing boots on. We found the air was cleaner, right? Is that
Yep.
the exit?
We
Okay.
Yeah.
found the hole
Figured
in
out
the
that
side of
that-
the mountain. We could have left
Yeah.
if we wanted.
Got it.
Oh, yeah. So do we go out of that or do we go out of the way we came in? The way we
Whatever
came
the
in, right?
whatever the DM said.
Yep, the way we came in, because that gets us back to Patsy with all the horses.
Okay.
This is not the way.
Exactly.
We can see the little mouths one more time on the way out.
Trying to see. I'm pretty sure. I know I had this at one point. Oh. I don't remember what I used before. What's this? Oh, yeah, we're going to use this one. So you guys, you make your way back to where you slew that lizard-like creature. And find your way out through the exit from where it was going in and out of the mountain. When you do, you guys arrive here. And I'm hoping you guys can see this without me putting tokens on the map.
See,
It's snowing.
mountain
See
is
a
snowing.
picture.
Yeah.
So you guys make it out. It is snowing. It's cold. It's like winter season. Lots of snow is falling. It's but it is not oppressive like the caves were to all of you, but probably the dwarves. So you guys get out of the mountain. It takes you a little bit to kind of get your bearings, figure out where you're at, and get your make your way to where Patsy was and where you guys left him. It has been several days. In fact, it's been a couple of.
It's got to been in like weeks, right?
It's been at least a little over a week or so. I don't have the exact dates because I didn't mark it when we started, when we went in. But I do keep track of time. I just didn't track it whenever you guys went in.
I mean, it's just basically the number of long rest we took, right?
Yeah.
Which was a significant number. Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. And I'm surprised that Patsy's still here. So I want to step up to him and pat him on the shoulder.
In fact,
say,
he's like, oh, I'm so glad you guys are here, man. Like 3 days ago, there was this massive horde of dwarves that came barreling through there hunting some hobgoblins. I don't know what they were doing. They did not want to have anything to do with me, but the horses were scared and we took care of them. But
I believe this is the 13th week.
Can you hear me?
What?
Yes.
Really?
yes, we can.
Yeah, I've been keeping journal notes every week, and this is number 13. No, every
13th
session, every session.
Okay.
Every session.
It could be longer than that. It could be long. It's been 13 game sessions since you went in the mountain.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's not that many days.
No.
It's
it could actually be
probably
more.
10 days or 9 days. We can hear you, Don. Yeah.
Can't be that long.
It could be more than 13 days.
When we get
Because
back,
the
if nobody
number of
You guys
I am
rested
gonna-
more than once.
Those were days. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
If
true. We
nobody
did rest
complains,
more than one day a couple times. Yeah.
When we get back, we're gonna take care of Patsy.
So,
Yeah, he
anyways,
Yeah.
I can probably sit down and figure it out if I go watch the video right before and then look at my calendar if I have it up on my screen where I can see it. I've got it up right now, but right now you guys are at the month is Brewfest 578. It is you're on the 4th, which is Tuesday. I mean, would be our Tuesday. They call it Geo, whatever that is. God's Day is today. So I don't keep track. I don't know much about the calendars. And time is important, but I don't keep track of it that much.
So Patsy had animals, and we had a wagon, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
we did.
We had a wagon piled with supplies, all kinds of stuff, and,
Including blankets and stuff like that.
yeah, all the grain and stuff is gone. He has been feeding them with what he could get, from nearby. He would go out and get stuff and harvest for the horses so that they could have something to eat, and he would take them somewhere to drink.
How long did it take us to get here in the first place? I mean, from town.
Week and a half, 2 weeks. You guys spent some
And
time.
there wasn't any other towns or anything or
Nope.
farms.
Nope.
All right. Then we're just gonna have to head back and hope we find stuff for the horses along the way.
Yep. So one of the things that Patsy does tell you, he says that there has been several times where the horses got really skittish and scared. And actually, so Finfall, your horse is not here, by the way.
No,
why,
I know
but-
that.
Yeah. But the rest of the horses are. But they all were kind of skittish a couple of nights, and he would see, whenever you remember when you guys first came into this region, you saw off in the northeast, you saw this mountaintop with lightning bolts shooting off the
Lightning
top.
bolts and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was some large creature that was circling above them, and he couldn't see it because it was nighttime, but he knew something was above because the horses were freaking out. But yeah, so that still happens. But and you guys can in fact, Archie is like can tell. Oh yeah, he looks at the ground. And he said there was. He tells you there were. He would say a large number of dwarves, which is over 50 dwarves came through this area recently. He's looking at the ground, kind of looking at the tracks.
Oh, what's that all about?
Okay, well, let's see what kind of abilities Strog has here.
So, I mean, not Archie, but Patsy tells you that, he called it an army. I mean, It was, I don't know what your definition of army, but to him, it was the most dwarfs he's ever seen in his entire life. That came marching through looking for some hobgoblins that apparently had attacked their.
Well, I was just going to say, Drog has military history, so if he could find some clue as to who they were or what unit or something like that, maybe long shot, but just a curiosity.
So, Patsy, this
You
is
wanna roll
Archie
it?
and Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer and Archie, this is Patsy.
He introduces himself to Archie, and Archie's like, shakes his hand, whatever. This silver automaton does not respond to anybody. He just follows Serfenthal.
Well, let's break camp and move out.
So you guys have been this way before. To get back to where you guys had come from is to head northwest. If you guys just want to travel the exact same way you went out, or if there's something else that you want to explore in this region before you leave, you can. It's up to you.
Let's head straight back.
All right.
Agreed.
So I want let's see. I want Bill, give me a D10, and you can do it out in the open.
D10. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They call me Tim.
It's Tim with a question mark on the end of it. Tim? All right. So you guys somehow managed to make it out of the mountainous region without encountering any of the wyverns. As you guys make past the areas that you avoided before, you can see that the army of dwarves that came through massacred some large number of ogres at one point, and you avoided them when you guys came through. And apparently the wyverns were kind of avoiding the area as well. And you make your way back. You get to the hill region, and I think I may even have this. And hopefully you guys can see this. Oh, we want the daytime. Hopefully you guys can see that.
It's loading. All right, got it. It's just dark.
It'll load another one that's not dark.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mountains are in the distance.
It looks like Idaho.
Now this is the hill region, and weirdly enough, I don't see you guys this little pins on here. I'm gonna reload on my end and see if that fixes it. And all I see is my.
I just see the
logo.
dark one.
I can't.
Oh, okay. I got the light one now.
Okay, maybe it just takes a
the
while.
dark one as well.
I'm hoping it'll reload. I
It's like
maybe
two
should have
people
waited.
in the hills, mountains, and everybody else is in the hills too.
Yeah, I see Wade now. I see this little thing. Anyways, it's not nighttime. It's daytime. You guys have made your way back through. You guys get back to the hills where you originally ran into the cultist, where the bones of Nefertum were. It's about half a day's travel back into the town of Dragonwatch. You can see kind of the smoke rising from all the little home, fires that are burning at home. It's close. And then let's see if I've still got this. You guys make your way back into town and get to.
I need to drink and then sleep like a week.
Yeah, I can't believe we lived. I thought Drog was history. I really did. I was like, I don't know how we're gonna turn him back into flesh.
Had to negotiate with the Picts.
Well, I never even thought about that. I don't know what they can do, and why. Let me ask you this though. So he completed the deal with us, and then like melted into the stone, right, and walked away. Stone walked away, or whatever.
Huh?
If they can do that, why are they building stairs?
Because they need to be able to allow people that can't into it.
Oh.
I think I got everyone.
Hey, there's
on the
two
map.
Drogs, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Let me get rid of the other one. There you go. And those of you that have lights on, you can turn them off, being Nero and Tim. So you guys make it back into town. You get to the bar. I think the music is playing, but it's pretty quiet. Let me a little louder.
There's
The
our
bar-
favorite waitress, Ilunid.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, and then you have the bard playing the flute near the fireplace over to the south area, and Patsy is off on his own little table, chatting to his friends or whatever. So you guys make it back into town. You've brought all the the wagons are now at the stable, along with your horses that are being taken care of by Horatio, the stable keeper kid. What do you guys? Oh, something else that since my drag and drop doesn't work, I was going to tell you about something, but I made I changed it. It's broke now. I changed it to where you guys would be able to drag and drop from within a object that was a party object. But I broke that, so I'll have to fix it. But the idea is that there will be a lootable that you guys will be able to see from the actor tab. So you guys can have a party inventory at that point. You can still use the request trade and trade privately or personally. But the idea is that you can if you just have a bunch of stuff you don't want to deal with, you pile it into there. If somebody wants to take it, they can take it. If not, you can leave it. And then I will deal with what happens to it if it stays there too long. So that's the idea.
Where's that?
It's not in there right now.
Oh, okay.
No. That chest is there because I needed a way to manually deal with all the coins you guys left in town. Right now, that's where all the coins are that you guys left in town. There will be a party sheet. Right now, it doesn't matter if I add it. It won't work because drag and drop is broke right now. I will fix it for next time.
Is that similar to the D&D 5e 3.0 party group that they did?
No, I guess it is, but it's something that, the functionality is already built into the game because I allow you to loot items. I like that chest there, but I don't let you drag and drop. I didn't let players do that, but I've changed it to where, well, at least the idea is that if you have ownership to that, so basically I would give all players ownership to that chest and anything in it they can take out or put in. Before that option was not there, so. Functionality is there. As far as I know, 5e does not have the ability to have lootables and all that other stuff. So, do you guys make it back into town? What do you guys want to do?
Gunther says he wants to tithe.
Okay.
We need to buy some pearls
We definitely need pearls.
Pearl.
and convert some of our.
And we need to see Alaric and take him the lantern.
I need to do something about Silver Surfer.
So, what do we want to do first? Do we want to see Alaric first? Do we want to rest? Do we want to identify things? What do you guys want to do first?
If you guys want to go look for pearls,
Let's rest.
go for it. I'm going to take Mr. T1000 over to the dwarves.
So, Gunther wants to rest. Sir Finfall wants to go see the dwarves.
I want to go find some pearls.
Okay.
We're all splitting up.
Drog wants
Yeah, and I
to
can-
buy
if you need money-
dwarven plate mail.
Well, I'm wondering if they can take that plate mail that we got from Witchy Witch, the vampire.
Cut it
And have
down
it
or something.
refitted. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, for you. But we probably should identify any kind of magical powers it has. Boy,
I
it was
have
hard
some
to hit her.
magical- I just wanted to get. I have some magical stuff, or I have some stuff that I need to get identified. I just wanted to get some healing just in case.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go get some pearls.
So, is everybody going to go their individual ways, or you guys want to wait and go as a party? It's up to you. I'm just trying to kind of get an idea of how you guys want to do this.
All right, let's do it as a party. It'd probably be easier. Let's find the
Okay.
pearls first, so we can identify stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say Kilgorith can go with Joloman to go find pearls. I'm assuming
Okay.
that was Joloman that was.
That was Jason, but I'll go
Yes,
with them
Jason.
too.
All right. So the plan is you guys are going to take a rest. You got there. You don't need to take a rest now. It's daylight. You're going to go to the shop that you've been to before, the jeweler, Jinlo Golden Forge, and see if he has pearls. Everybody else is going to stay at the tavern and get ready to, they've taken all their gear, dumped it in their rooms. You guys are getting ready to rest. Jinlo has... so you guys also know that you can take your items to be identified by somebody else. At the
The temple could do it, I think, right?
yeah. You guys
Who
can
is
do
it?
it yourself.
Yeah, we got plenty of spellcasters. It's just we need the pearls.
Well, if it
Right.
costs the same amount,
It does not cost the same because it's more risky. because you have to touch and feel and deal with
It's
it.
riskier if we do it,
Yeah.
right? We can fail.
Oh well, let's
But
just take
it's
it
going
to
to cost
somebody.
more if you have somebody else
Yeah,
do it.
Kilgrith's fine to cast a spell. It's okay.
Say we've got money.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
get the pearls.
Just get the pearls. That's fine.
All right.
Yeah, we gave the book to somebody and it got stolen, if I remember correctly. So
Yes, but that wasn't to be identified. That was to do something else, if I remember. Although
yeah.
my memory is
Well,
not too clear. But
you know,
Jimbo does
Kilgrith
have
is a
a
thief.
large
He
collection
doesn't
of pearls that he can provide to you guys, and he will give them to you or sell them to you for the low price of 120 gold apiece. He said he's just got a new shipment in from, we'll just say Greyhawk because I can't think of any other city. And that's where he ships out his jewelry to. So if you guys would like to purchase, he has 20 pearls. He says if you'd got here sooner, he could have sold you about 50, but it seems that the Neum had picked up some for her own use.
Guys, you want all 20?
Well, hold on. Kilgrith wants to do a charisma check and see if we can get that down to 100 or 110.
Sure thing. Let me pull up, because I know I got charts and graphs and all kinds of things somewhere. I just need to pull them up 1 second.
Had I thought about it, he could have learned friend spell and maybe, but we'd have to come back tomorrow to use the friend spell.
Yeah. Whatever you guys decide when you get it, I'm going to pull the coins out of the bag of holding. So just let me know how much to pull out.
This is where Foundry falls down. Their search filters are terrible.
Just FYI, reading the description of friends, the component is chalk and lamp black or soot and vermilion that you paint on your face before you cast the spell. And the effect is it raises your charisma 2 to 8 points
Good grief.
because you face painted yourself.
All right. What I need you to do is roll 2d10 blind jam roll. And this is in chapter 11.
Sorry, I'm playing with I'm keep getting 1d10 plus 2. Let me do it the other way.
Yeah, I clicked the d10 twice. It's not a 1d20. It couldn't be something as simple as that.
Okay, I thought I put private GM roll and then I think it just rolled out in front of everybody, right?
I didn't see it.
Neither did I.
I saw it.
You probably didn't do blind GM roll. You just did GM roll, but that's fine.
It was private GM roll, I guess.
Yeah, that means you see what you roll. Blind GM roll means you don't see it.
Okay.
Let's see. You don't have any modifiers, do you?
No, because I didn't have friend spell memorized.
Yeah. So there
I mean,
is
I
no
should-
adjustment in cost related to that.
Okay, well, bummer. We buy
yeah,
it for
yeah.
that, yeah.
So 120
So what
a
is
pop.
that?
We'll get
120 a pop.
ripped off.
It's 2,400 gold.
Correct.
So
All right,
knock
I'm
it
gonna go
off
ahead.
your whoever's
Yep.
going to pay for it.
I'll go ahead and cover it out of the bag of holding.
Bag of plenty.
Bag of plenty. You going to reach down in there and grab something out randomly?
Uh-oh.
No, I'm hoping they come back and ask me for it, but
No, I'm just wondering how you're going to get specific items out of your bag of holding. No, I don't. I'm not going to make you worry about that.
Open it real
Be
wide.
next-
Stick your face in.
yeah, open it real wide, take a look down in there, and find the gold specifically.
Stick a torch
There's
down
a-
in there.
He gets
ton of
sucked in the
crap in
bag,
them.
closes around him, and it's just a bag sitting on the ground.
And that's our next adventure.
Yeah, go ahead and just minus the gold, please. And then, who's going to be the person with the pearls?
Not
might
me.
be.
Who's
Oh,
got to cast
my.
a spell?
That too.
Mike.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if this makes a difference, but I'm going to tell you a symptom. So I opened up one of the items on my inventory for gold, changed the quantity and hit enter, and 2 more of my HUDs popped up.
You changed quantity of inventory and HUDs popped up?
Yes. In fact, let me tell you how many popped up.
Are you sure you just didn't refresh at the same time or something?
Nope, it didn't. I edited the item, changed the quantity, hit enter, and I ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more HUDs. They
Okay.
just popped up.
I'll worry about that after, but thank you. Who was going to get the pearls?
Whoever's going to use them.
Kilgrith can take them, or Jason.
Tim or Nero or Kilgareth. All of three of them have identified.
Kilgrith can take them for now.
Hey, who's going to volunteer?
Kilgrith will cast. He's fine.
So I will put them on him. That doesn't mean that he's the only one that can use them, I guess. I mean, he can say that. So you guys got 20 of them? Is that what it was?
Yes.
I'm going to put them on
Just
you.
stick them in the belt pouch.
You can, well, you can't do that because
I
Dragon
can
Mind
move them
Reward.
or whatever.
But it's just, they're listed as gems. They're 100 gold piece gems. Let me see.
I see them. Yeah.
Let me make sure that they're identified. We'll edit them and set them identified. There you go. They don't look like pearls, but that's the gem I have that's 100 gold pieces. So you guys have 3 people that can identify. Tim, Nero, and Kilgareth. So
Yes, I will
Kilgareth
help.
can. Yeah, I was gonna say Kilgareth can give pearls to each one of them, however you guys want to do it, if they want to do it. And what you guys want to identify is up to you as well. So you'll have to tell me what you're identifying.
Do we need to go through the motions of setting the spell and casting it and all that, or do we
No,
just tell you?
no.
I have
All
a pair
all
of wings.
All I care about is what you're identifying and the pearl usage. That's all I care about. Because you guys are in town, you can take as long as you need.
So I think Drog doesn't have anything that needs to be.
I have a pair of wings and 2 pieces of jewelry that I'm not sure if they're magic or not.
How many
I'm
times
kinda-
have you had a magic detection up?
Kilgrith, he was doing it at the end of
Many
every
times.
big fight.
So, Jolliman, the only thing that's magic is the lantern and the wings.
Okay, thank you. That's what I needed. To know.
Actually, let me look in your bags too. Yeah, that's the only 2 things that were magic that aren't identified. Jewelry typically is not identified until somebody with appraisal can tell you what it's worth.
Okay, that's why it says just
Right.
jewelry. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, then I just have the wings that need to be identified.
Okay, let's burn a pearl and do the wings. You want me to reduce the pearl
Blind,
count by 1?
yeah, reduce the pearl count and give me a blind gem roll. Tell me what level you are.
Hey,
And
that's
then,
one factor, guys, is he's a 5th level mage. So if a higher level mage wants to do it, that's not a problem.
I'm a 5th level mage myself.
You sure you're 5th? I think you're
Yeah.
higher than that.
No, I'm 5th. I'm a
You're
dual
7th.
class.
You are 7th level invoker.
Okay, then I stand corrected. I'm level 2 fighter, invoker 7. Okay, so yeah, I don't really know. I was gone for so long. I don't really know what we have to identify.
So Tim and Nero are both 7th level.
I have a ring.
Okay.
So
that's
I
good.
think the first thing that needs to be identified, we're going to have to go down the list because there's just, you guys have a lot of things.
It's just too much.
And Jolliman has the first one. I say this, you guys can, if you guys want to figure out which ones you want to identify in what order you can. I'm just trying to make it go a little faster. Yeah.
Let's
Well,
just go
I've got to
each
know.
person and get all their stuff and go one by one.
Yeah.
I want to know what these wings are.
So I'm also looking in inventory, but let's see. We're looking at Nero. Nero's 7th.
Yeah,
Nero has some boots that need to be. So we'll start with the wings and go ahead, and I'll need one person to click the identify spell so I can read the description on it because I think it's 5% per level.
Go for it.
It doesn't matter who clicks it. I just need to see it pop up in chat. Nero, Tim, Kilgareth, one of you guys.
I'm looking for it. I
There
don't
you
know
go.
why.
All
Can't
right.
see it.
All right. So what we want to do is chance of learning is 10% per level. So there you go. So 7th level people get 10% per level. It's not like a minimum. Yep. So 70%. Give me a blind GM roll of D100. 0.
Yes. Blind GM roll of die 100.
Yep.
Okay.
It is a pair of Wings of Flying.
Wings of Flying.
Yep.
I'm totally shocked. Who would have thought that?
Yeah, a pair of wings.
You need to make a Wings of Swimming. Nobody will ever see it.
Flippers of swimming.
Ooh, they turn into giant bat wings with a 20-foot wingspan.
Yeah, I remember a pair of wings that it was like a same thing as Wings of Flying, except they turned you into a tiny little pixie, and you flew around. You had pixie dust flying off of you. Brian hated them, but he was the one that had them.
Oh yeah.
Sounds a little bit fruity.
Anytime he wanted to fly around, he had to turn into a little pixie and fly around, and he hated it. But I liked it. I thought it was funny.
I don't think I would want that item, to be honest with you, after the description.
Well, I mean, it did kind of limit the use, not because of any reason other than the fact that, it's just like you turn into a little,
like the
a
way
fairy
it did
flying
look.
around.
And you probably had to be careful about high wind.
It did, and I definitely made it a little, it's concerning for your tiny little thing, flying around. But it also made it to where he could fly into little areas too. So,
Who wants the Wings of Flying? I can turn into a bird. I don't really need them.
Dude, I'll take that shit.
I think that would be good for Tim. Yeah.
Nero or Tim.
Nero, yeah.
Either one.
Nero, yeah, whatever. Wizard.
Two wizards.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I
The
can't
wizards.
switch. Otherwise, I would switch it, but I can't do that right now. We'll actually let me make a
Is
note.
trade not working?
It probably would. If you want to try to trade, that probably would work. Any drag and drop won't, but that should. So if you want to trade with them, you can. Actually, let's wait until we get all this stuff done. So if you guys have other things you
Okay.
want to do, what is the other thing? So Jolliman, that was your thing, other than the lantern.
Yep, I'm done. Yep.
The next person would be. Let's just go down the list. Jason. Does Jason have anything? Let me look in his inventory.
I don't think I have anything.
I'm also going to presume that you guys, this is going to take a while, so you guys would be able to do detect magic or whatever. I don't see any unidentified things on Jason, so we'll skip to Sir Finfall. Sir Finfall has a potion. He has a broadsword that he is actually using, and the horn, the iron horn.
Yeah. Plus, also in my bag of holding, I had the 3 things that we pulled off of that vampire lady.
Yes. Oh, let me open up your bag of holding. You got a lot of gems jewelry. You have yeah. Okay. So what do we want to start with?
Sword.
Yeah. The broadsword.
Yeah.
This is the one from the troglodyte.
I think we have two broadswords.
You have one in the bag of holding that nobody wants to touch, and then you have the one that Sir Finfall has been using. So,
I'd like to know what these boots are on myself.
okay, I'm just going down the list. So right now, Nero is out of commission. If somebody wants to do, we need to kind of go on this in an order of who, because once you cast it, your Constitution is -8. You're out for the day. So either Kilgareth or Tim can do it. The next one,
Sounds
Tim.
Hold on 1 second.
No problem. Yeah, just do the same thing.
So,
the percentile roll,
Constitution
bludgeoning roll.
drops by 8. Is that what you
Yeah.
said?
Yeah, and it takes, you can do one a day basically.
What happens if your Constitution is 1?
I don't know. You can't
it's
cast
not
it for
Need to go to
sure.
zero, so
bed.
that should be okay.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to cast it because you wouldn't have -8 to it.
No. He can cast it once and go, because his Constitution is 9.
No, you're queasy all day.
Yeah, so he'd be sick. and go to
Just
bed.
walking around the room makes you want to vomit.
Yeah, so he would cast the spell and then go to bed. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's generally
That's
the response. Yeah.
Did you need a die roll for me?
Yes, blind jam roll percentile, please. And we are doing the broadsword.
We'll need the Jethro Tull song playing in the background.
There is a sound.
Interesting.
Kind of sounds like Jethro Tull. It is a broadsword of illusion, and I'll let Sir Finfall tell you what it does if he wants to.
Illusion.
The next
the broad-
thing is the horn. Go ahead. Yeah, if you want to.
All right, the broadsword is absolutely neutral in alignment, and it has the power to generate illusion as a wand. even though it has no discernible intelligence. Such illusions last for 1d4 plus 4 melee rounds and has 3 uses per day, but it's a +1 sword, broadsword.
Yeah, so if you remember, it was you guys were seeing like more troglodytes than there actually were. And they would just kind of disappear whenever you killed them. That sort of thing.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
Yeah, that's what he was doing.
That could be very handy.
Yeah, heck yeah. Horn next.
Yeah. The only person left for today would be Tim. Not Tim. Kilgrath, if he wants to do that.
Yeah, he'll do it. Sure.
Percentile roll, please. Blind GM roll.
Public or GM?
Blind GM roll. Yep.
Blind GM.
And each time one of these is done, just reduce your count of gems by 1.
So it's
please.
down 3, right?
Yep. Yep. It's down 3.
This is the third item. Yep.
Yeah, you don't know what that horn is. Next day, we're going to start at the top again. Nero, what do you want to continue where Kilgareth was unable to identify the horn? Do you want to try to identify it?
Yeah.
Do we get our spells back?
Yeah. You're in town right now. You can effectively do whatever you want as far as spell goes. I mean, you guys are going to be max health. Don't worry about that if that's what you're worried about.
I gave you a blind.
Oh, wow. Nero doesn't get it either.
Okay.
Oh, actually, does anybody level up? Any of you wizards?
I believe so, yeah. So
Let me
hold
look
on.
at. Yeah, we may need to.
Did you give
Have we?
experience?
I
Yeah,
gave you experience last time. There wasn't any experience this time yet. So, let me look under gear. No. So now, if you guys look at your character sheet in the details tab, the one that looks like a gear, whenever that level up button is gray, that means you don't have enough XP to level up. But if it's green, you do. Nero is at 77,000, and he's 90,000. I don't think maybe Tim is. No, Tim's not high enough. Kilgareth. Yeah, no, I don't think anybody's high enough level to ding. So that is another pearl used. Does Tim? I think Tim stepped away, so I will roll for him. Tim, however, is able to identify the horn. Pop another gem for that, by the way, or a pearl. And I believe,
What kind is it?
It is an iron.
Ooh, that's
Horn
the
of
good one, I
Bahara
think.
iron. Mhm.
Yeah, it's the best type. So, what is it? Do you want to do the armor or the?
Does anybody else have anything? Because I mean, that's if we do the armor, we're looking at giving it to somebody else. I think Drog showed an
The
interest
only
in it.
person it would fit would be you, or
Do you want to try to identify
or
it?
Nero, or
Get it identified. Yeah.
maybe
Yeah, let's try
Jason
it.
or Jolliman or
I can't wear that.
Archie.
What kind of
Plate?
what kind of armor is it?
Like
Size wise, it's
I can't wear it.
Size wise, the only people it would fit is what I'm
No.
trying to
Right.
say.
Got it.
the only
got it.
thing, yeah. So the only things I have left are a potion, which we can identify later, and those 3 things from the witch. So let's go
Yeah,
ahead and
so
try
you
the
have
armor.
you have the slippers, you have the armor, which is plate mail, and then the sword. The sword's going to require somebody to handle it. So let's start with what other things other than the sword first. So did you
Try
want
the
to
armor.
armor first? So Tim
the
has
plate.
already went for the day, minus the gem for Tim doing his thing. And Nero has done his. Does Kilgareth want to try to identify the armor?
Sure.
Okay, go for it. You're 5th level, right?
Yes.
You identify the armor as, and let me go back to that room because I don't have it on him. It is
Armor of many sizes.
No. Let me go back. Where is the bar?
Armor of silent movement.
I'm going to go ahead and put that.
Ooh, that's
put it
cool.
I would keep it. That would be nice.
on a browser.
Finfall's always
Put up-
clanking around everywhere.
Plate.
And then dancing.
And it's a Finfall. Let me identify this on you now that I've got it on you. Boom.
Okay. I may end up keeping it. Plate mail +2.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, it-
That's decent, man. Heck yeah.
Yeah, keep it. That's good.
Yeah, I don't know why the aliases are not set on these. I'm going to set that really quick while we're doing this. So yes, plate mail +2. So next day, you guys get another full day of rest, and we can retroactively go back and say while you guys are waiting for the wizards to rest, you go back and you go and do this thing. Right now, I just want to get the identifiers out of the way.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
understandable.
I've knocked out 6 gems, so we have 14 left.
Okay, so we got the armor. Next is you have slippers. Do you want to identify those?
Yeah, I think we can identify that and then just skip that evil bad sword for now.
Okay.
We should take that sword to the magic user guy.
Sell it to
I
him?
also have-
Is that what you're thinking?
Well, I just have
Or-
him see what he says, see what he thinks.
Or take it to the temple and let them destroy it.
We know it's definitely evil. Is that the deal?
It
Yes.
hates it hates Guntred.
Yeah, absolutely hates them.
So it's like an anti-cleric sword or something, we think.
Oh, that's probably not good. Yeah.
Gunther has a ring he would like to get identified. If you guys would do that. Let's
Okay.
see.
Let's get the slippers.
The slippers?
Gunther has a ring that he
Yeah,
wants to
Gunther's got a
see.
ring, he says in chat.
And then we can do the slippers next. So let's see. Where is that bag? I'm looking at all this shit. He also has a potion that he doesn't have identified. All right. So let's start off with the ring. Somebody give me, this is a new day. So any three of you guys can do it. So it could be Tim, it could be Nero, or it could be Kilgareth.
I can do it and start keeping simple.
Okay. Go for it. Give me a body jam roll.
Well, for whatever reason, hold on one sec. Someone else is going to have to do it while I refresh this.
Okay, Kilgrith, do it. Here we go.
And if you guys just want me to make rolls and say Tim is doing this, Nero's doing this, Kilgareth is doing this, I can probably both of these a little quicker if you would like, and just have Kilgareth or just have Coop delete the pearls.
Yeah, just do that.
It's
That's
simple for everyone
fine. Just
involved.
run
Yep.
through it and yeah.
Okay, so you burned a pearl, didn't identify. Let me do the rest of them. The Kilgareth didn't get his. It wasn't even high enough if Nero had done it. So next one is going to be Nero. Nero didn't identify it, rolled a 91. Oh my lord. And then Tim rolls his. Tim gets it. Tim is the identifier. That's what we're going to call him. It is a ring of protection +1. All right, so the next thing was a pair of slippers let me get that up because I'm going to need to give it to you if we identify it. All right, so I need to roll. We're going to restart the list. We'll start with Nero first. Oh, God. Nero missed it. Tim gets it. It is a pair of these, and that went to Sir Finthal. Sir Finthal, look at your inventory, and you should shortly see this as soon as I click the identify button. Where did it go? It says it
Yeah,
went
I'm not
to...
seeing slippers or anything on me.
Who did I give them to? Who did I give? Try it again. There it is. There they are. And then next is... you don't want to do the sword. All right, so who was next after that? Sir Finfall had a potion, and Gunther had the ring, and that was it.
Kilgrith
Oh,
has necklace. He has what I presume to be elven cloak and boots. And he's got
Kilgareth. So let's look at his stuff, because that's the one you were talking about. Looking at gear. You have boots, cloak, necklace, some ointment, and a potion. So do you want to start with what?
just the necklace, cloak, and the boots, and then the ointments last.
So necklace will be first, and we went through. So you're going to be identifying the necklace for yourself, hopefully, and you get it. You rolled a 0-1. It is a necklace of missiles, and it has 1 9d6 fireball left.
Okay, a fireball. Okay.
Yep. And then the next
can you
day.
Can you recharge that?
No.
Well, each
Oh.
missile you throw, and there's only one ball left. Yeah.
Yeah, you like break a bead off or something.
Yep.
Oh,
And-
got it. Okay.
Yep. So next day, we're starting.
Hey, so are we down 3 more?
Every day it's 3. Yep.
So this is the 3rd time, right? So we
Yeah.
have 11.
Yep. So the next thing is going to be what? Cloak, boots, or ointments?
Whatever you think, man. We got a
Do
gem.
the cloak and the boots first.
Cloak is going to be from Nero. He identifies the. He said cloak, right? It is exactly what you thought it was.
I
And
better
then
know what the boots are too.
the boots is going to be from Tim, and he gets it. And you can tell everybody what they are, or you can not. That's up to you. But although Tim is going to know, so Tim says it's boots of Elvenkind. The cloak from Nero is cloak of Elvenkind. And
Yeah,
then
it's
you
cloak of
have
Elvenkind.
Tim, or not Tim, Kilgrath. You want to try to identify the ointment, and you will get to roll once for both of them. If you identify one, you identify both. Oh, you missed it by one. You should have let me roll.
Bummer. Sorry.
All right, next day, we'll start with Tim identifying the ointment.
So the boots are supposed to be identified now. Is that
The
what I
boots
was
that he
hearing?
has on him. Yeah.
On Nero?
No, the boots on. We're
Right.
doing Kilgareth's equipment.
Kilgareth.
The boots of Elvenkind that he had.
What does a cloak of Elvenkind do?
Hide you.
The boots make you move silently, and the cloak makes you hide in shadows.
Yeah, I've already got a pair of boots.
And a ring of invisibility.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
Tim did not identify the ointment. We'll try Nero and God damn it, 98. And then another roll for. Okay, so Kilgareth, you identified both, yeah, and I will.
How could I have rolled a 9? Like, that's crazy, man. How many
Yeah.
times have like a 90? That's crazy.
Okay, those ointments are. That's what I thought they would be. They're Kedum's.
Kedum's ointment. Yeah.
Yeah, and it cures poison, disease, or wounds. Each one has several applications. Heals.
Nice.
What is it? 9 to 12 damage per shot.
Nice.
I can't tell how many charges are on it though. Do you know, Mike? Oh, 5. 5 applications each. So there's 2. So
10 total?
10 total shots. Yeah.
Very nice.
I don't see any unidentified on Tim. Tim, you have a lot of spells that aren't learned. They're on the scroll. If you want to move those to your spellbook, you can while you're in town. Over time, you guys are going to be in town for a while. I'll just tell you that. You don't necessarily have to do that. If you don't want to put those spells in your spellbook and you just want to keep them scrolls, that's up to you.
And Tim, if you have any spells that are just like, buff spells, strength or something like that, that's what Kilgrith likes to cast more than direct attack spells, and he's pretty light on 3rd level spells. So,
all right. So the next thing we have that's unidentified that is magic is the boots that are on Nero. The last one we did was Kilgrath. So this is another day. Keep this. So that's 3 more things from the previous. Next day, we'll start with Nero rolling. Nero is going to roll, and I'm just going to let you guys see this because I'm just going to stop private GM rolling. So he rolled above his level. He rolled 74. Tim identifies it. It is a pair of boots of levitation. And that was the last magic item on Nero. What was the Archie? I don't think. So I think that's all the items that you guys were immediately wanting identified. After that, you guys can tell me specifically if you have other things.
I got a potion.
Okay, Tim. Take care, man.
I want to know what the gem is and that I have in my. I have a red gem in my inventory and a copper bowl.
It's not magic. The stuff that you identify was magic. The other stuff is just you don't know the value of it because it's not been appraised.
I see. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. So other magic items. We'll start with Sir Finfall. He has a potion. I think that's it.
That's all I've got left. Mm-hmm.
Who else has potions? I tell you what, I will let one person roll, and this could be Nero or Kilgareth, and if either one of you fell, I'll have Tim roll. But Tim has rolled, Nero has rolled, so this is going to be Kilgareth. Kilgareth, if you roll, you identify all the potions that everybody has that's not identified, so no pressure. Roll the dice. You can do it out in the open.
No pressure.
8.
Look
There
at
you go.
that.
All right, let me go through and make sure.
Finally, low rolls paid off.
Yeah, it still costs a
Ooh.
thing. I'm looking through all the lists of things that everybody has. This is going to take a little bit.
Nice. Potion of extra healing.
Nice.
I don't think Jason has any. He does not. Gunther does not. Oh, Gunther has one.
Didn't somebody have some bracers, or am I just imagining that?
Drog.
Sort of cat.
Kilgareth. Oh, Kilgareth has a potion.
Okay, so by my count, we've done 5 rounds, so that's 15 gems, and we have 5 left. Does that sound right?
Sounds about right.
I think that's right.
And then Nero. Does Nero have any potions? No, he does not. And Archie has none. All right. So all of the.
Oh, cool. The potion actually showed up on my item actions in the HUD.
Yeah, once it's identified, it should.
That is awesome. Okay.
All right. I think that is all the magic items you've had identified. The only thing left is stuff that needs to be appraised, and you can either go to the gym guy and have him appraise your jewelry and that kind of stuff, or if somebody within the party has it. And outside of that, we can do that later. But you guys had some other things you wanted to do, and so what did Jolliman want to do outside of the stuff that you've done?
Go see Alaric and take him the lantern.
All right. Does anybody want to go with him?
Yeah, I want to go with him. And we're going to take that evil sword too.
That's fine. He can take a look at that.
Yeah,
Kilgareth will go
he's
to
tough.
the magic shop with everybody.
Not going to the magic shop, going to the druid circle. Alaric
He's
is
a-
he
he's
is a druid that is near town in the edge of the forest. And I don't know if Coop, you've ever you were around when we were doing that, but he is basically the guy that everybody has went to, in the town for, areas involving nature. Whenever right before you guys left, you guys had given him the Heartstone to keep an eye on while you guys went to collect the lantern. Correct? You guys remember that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember.
Yep.
Okay. So,
Yep.
you guys head to the Druid Circle.
Oh, hold on.
Okay.
I don't know that I want to go with this big monstrous metal guy with me.
Oh, the only way to, how you want to keep him from going?
I'll go.
I think I want to go visit the druids to try to get this resolved.
Okay, so you're going to the Druid Circle, yeah?
Not the druids. I'm sorry, the dwarves.
So you want to go? You don't want to go with him to the circle?
I'll go.
Okay. I'm assuming everybody's going to go except for Finfall at this point.
Well, Drog will go with Finfall then.
Yeah, Archie's going to go with Sir Finfall as well.
And then Kilgareth can go to the Druid Circle with all the casters.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't think everybody needs to go there.
All right. So all of you except for the guys go to see Alaric. You guys get there, and the Druid Circle looks a little kind of overgrown, not as cleared out as it was before. But Alaric is there. He looks a little exhausted. He doesn't look the same as he did last you left. And you guys, as you guys approach, he looks, he's happy to see you. He says, "I am so happy to see you guys. It's been, weeks. Did you succeed in retrieving the lantern? I'm just surprised to see you guys back in one piece."
We were successful in getting the lantern. Is everything okay here?
Yes, yeah. It's just been a little. The winter has been pretty harsh, and it's been difficult for the farmers, and and he's basically saying that he's kind of had some difficulty with the town itself, and so he's been trying to help them. At least that's what he's saying. And he seems more excited about that you guys collected the land. He said, "Can we see it?" He kind of dusts off one of there's like a central sort of altar that where they normally put the mistletoe and whatever in the middle of the altar, and he's kind of like he indicates that he would like to see it. See what it looks like.
I'm not getting any weird vibes off of him, right?
Nope. He seems to
Okay,
be out.
I'll bust it out.
Okay.
Put it up there.
Set it on the altar. He kind of steps around it. He's just kind of looking at it. He puts his hand on it, kind of turns it around. He says, he says, you know what? It looks like, and he reaches into his shirt and he pulls out the green Heartstone, and he reaches in and puts, and as he does, put the gem inside. Gentlemen, give me a wisdom check. You make it. As he is putting in the stone, the Heartstone that you guys had given him, you can see his hand. Doesn't look like his hand. It looks like it's got long black fingernails, and it kind of has a kind of a smaller, not manly hand. But by the time you realize what's happening, the gem has been placed within the lantern. And when it does, this kind of green flash of light happens. And I think I says this 1 second. Nope, here it is.
The guy, the witch.
Man, you effed up.
The lantern flashes a brilliant emerald green light, and when it does, it removes the illusion that is covering what you suspected was Alaric, and it wasn't. Do you see that?
Yeah, we all see it.
The green lady.
Yeah. And whenever the light comes out, it's like a green sort of cube that kind of goes around her, and it surrounds her. All the little birds that were around on the circle just kind of take off, except for, there's a couple of them that are right next to her that stay within. And she says, "You have done exactly what I asked."
Yeah, you're welcome. Good Lord.
My sister was not very nice to me when I was young. I presume you killed her.
She's dead, just like you will be soon.
Actually, I shouldn't be playing this pretty music. We should play something else. You guys kind of try to make your way. You kind of try to surround her. Those of you that that feel like you could get in melee with her, but the green sort of aura prevents you from moving to it. It's like you reach out and you touch it, and as you do, you can see this kind of reactive sort of green light that as you touch it, and she just kind of laughs and she says, "You have done exactly what I wanted. You should come work with me."
I knew. I never trusted this guy, man, or this witch. Too nice. Well,
What did you do with Alaric?
yeah, that's a good question.
He is around her somewhere, and she just kind of waves her hand around. And as the kind of illusion, kind of faded away from her, the grove itself looks like it's overgrown. It's not been well kept. Whatever, you knew from what was described of the Heartstone that it revealed illusions. It gave you true sight. And whenever the globe of green light kind of expanded, it dispelled all the illusion that was about this place, including the one about her. And you can see that it's like it hasn't been kept in months.
Yeah, she's been here a while. Well, that's thoroughly terrifying.
Okay, so Kilgreth says, "Well, you got what you wanted. So what's next?"
He wanted us to work with her, but I think we need to kill this. I think we need to kill her.
I'm just giving you guys some opportunity to discuss what you want to do out of character before we move on. But yeah, she seems to be focused on the lantern. She's got it in her hand. She's just kind of looking at it. And as she's moving her fingers around it, you can see this kind of emerald green energy just kind of coming off of the lantern and flowing into her. Her eyes are green, but as she's moving her hands around, they're kind of getting brighter. The hair on the back of your neck and your arms is just kind of standing up as you see all this.
Take it out of her hand.
Precious.
You can't get to her. You can't get to her. Like I said, that green globe that expanded from whenever she put the gem into the lantern, the light that expanded from it created a cube around her, and you guys can't move into that.
Oh, okay. That complicates matters for sure.
Anything else?
I'm thinking,
Okay.
well, I don't see no way tactically to, I mean, like as you said, she's protected by some type of a energy field.
Yeah,
Mike,
you want to give me a
is she
spellcraft check? I can give you some indication of something, maybe.
is she just standing there pulling energy out of it, or?
She seems to be just. It's if you had the thing, it would be you trying to learn how it works.
Okay, well, Kilgrith's a mage, so he's going to spellcraft and see what he can figure out. So.
Okay. Give me blind gem rolls on anybody that wants to do spellcraft checks. It's there.
Got that in the tower.
Yep, got it. So you can tell that she is not so much pulling energy from it, but initiating some sort of and I'm gonna say this word, and it's a 5e word, but she seems to be attuning herself to the thing. It is not a normal sort of magic item. You suspect it's probably more along the lines of an artifact.
I totally understand.
And you guys, and some of you guys, Jolliman, and I think Nero was around, and Kilgrath was probably around. When you guys found the journals or the pages from the books of Igliv, where she was working on creating this lantern, and you guys think back, and it makes a little more sense now that this thing was made to amplify the effects so that she, or Igliv could use it to control powerful beings.
This is not good, dude. We literally delivered her like a immensely powerful artifact, and we don't know how to turn it off or what to do. So I don't know, guys. I'm getting tired too, so my brain is like kind of not working fully.
Well, she's in a force field, so we can't really do much to her, I guess.
Let's just convert.
We got to
Let's
see what she
converse.
does next. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure you guys have the opportunity to do whatever it is you want to do before we proceeded. So she says, I thank you for your work. I hope to never see you again. And she takes the lantern, she kind of hugs it, and as she does, she is engulfed in this kind of emerald sort of light. And she kind of steps back, and as she does, this kind of fold of emerald sort of flashing light just engulfs her, and she vanishes.
Wait, good job on our part. We just delivered the weapon to the enemy.
Well, stuff happens.
That's funny, man. I didn't like when we first met that guy. I was like, "This is it. It's too nice." I just didn't say anything.
We basically gave the stones to Thanos.
Yeah, exactly. I remember before we set out, like thinking that dude was kind of shady.
Well, Kilgrith
It
says, if that's fate, that's fate. So we got to play what's in front of us. So she left then, right?
Yep, she's gone. And whenever she disappears, Jolliman, you kind of look around the circle, and you find what looks like the remains of Alaric, and he's probably been dead for about a month.
Oh,
As you
She
guys,
killed him while we were gone.
as you guys
before
are examining the body, this massive bear comes crashing through the woods, and seems to be charging in your direction. Jolliman, what are you doing?
she left us a present.
Hold animal.
Give me an intelligence check. You can do it out in the open. Okay. You immediately turn and just hold him, and he's like standing up on his back forelegs, his hind legs. His claws are out. He looks angry, and you recognize him as the companion of Alaric. It's his bear companion.
Oh, he doesn't understand, man. Why his master is dead. He's gonna think we did it. Oh,
Speak bear to him.
I don't think I can.
you need to sue the animal, man. Or, you know.
Suppose I could change into a bear and then maybe I could communicate to him.
Shape change doesn't give you the ability to speak bear.
No. Just physical
But
attribute.
you are a druid. And if I remember correctly,
Have
druids
animal handling.
have the ability to have some kind of...
I can identify plants and animals. Shape change.
I have animal handling, which it is applicable. A successful proficiency check indicates the character has succeeded in
That's for
calming
domesticated animals.
an excited or agitated animal.
And I have a ring of small animal communication.
Yeah, but that's for the animal handling is for domesticated animals.
Well, wasn't he domesticated by his druid master?
No, no, he was wild.
I'm trying to, I understand.
I get it. So I'm pretty sure that we've had this discussion before with druids, and I told you that they have the ability to communicate or talk to, or at least have an empathic kind of connection with animals, because you're druids. There may not be a class skill for it, but my impression is that druids have an innate ability to have some kind of connection with natural animals, and this bear is definitely natural. And that's why Alaric was able to have a connection, and they became friends and they worked together. So if you would like to try to make that same kind of connection with him,
maybe he's looking for a boss.
You can make a charisma ability check, blind GM roll, please. Wow, your charisma is 17, Chalman.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have no problems with that. Blind GM roll, please. The bear is held because you cast a spell and held him. But he seems to, instead of having the just panicky eyes looking at all of you guys, his eyes seems to be focused on you, and you get the impression he is listening, and I'm using quotes, he's listening to you.
I'll ask him how long ago was his master killed? Does he understand what happened?
He doesn't, but he knows he has been dead for a while, and he thought that you were the cause. He knows now that it wasn't, because you're communicating in the same way that his friend did. But he hasn't been able to approach the circle until she left.
And he's not sure how long ago that was?
No. I mean, he's a bear. He knows it's, during his hibernation season is really all he knows. He doesn't know how long time is.
Well, tell him I'm sorry for his loss, and I'll stay here with him for a while, if he'd liked.
Okay. After you have kind of felt like he wasn't going to rip the party apart, you release the whole part, the whole animal on him, and he just kind of sniffs, his former friend, and just kind of lays down and seems sad. But that's kind of where he leaves it. What do you guys want to do? The rest of you guys?
Hold steady, man. There's nothing else. I'm just observing.
What do you want to do, Jolman?
I'm thinking.
Okay. Anybody else? While Jolman thinks.
Kilgirth wants to upgrade banded mail to plate mail, and he's got a lot of coins on him that need to go in that chest. How do we?
Yeah, that is outside of the scope of the Druid Circle right now.
Oh yeah, okay, that's fine.
Nice little seat now. That was pretty cool.
I'm gonna stay here. You guys can go back to town.
Okay.
That's a good idea. Yeah. That's a good idea.
Yeah,
I'll come back. I'll come back tomorrow.
Yeah, if you want to take care of burial or whatever you think he would want to do, that's fine. The bear seems to approve of your presence, and he kind of actually is trying to assist you in however he can. He's a bear, so he's he can kind of push brush away and that kind of stuff, or dig a hole, if that's what you want to do. It's up to you. But
I want to do a blessing on him,
on who?
the dead guy.
Alaric. Okay, gotcha.
The bear could probably dig a pretty good hole.
Yeah, it wouldn't take him long. He's got some pretty long. I mean, he's a giant bear. He is really big. Let's see. Where is?
Hey, can I get any feeling from whenever I'm doing the blessing on Alaric?
A feeling of what?
What transpired? I don't know, something. I don't know. I'm a prophet priest, so I don't know what to do.
I mean, if you examine the body, you can see he was
Actually-
stabbed in the back.
I have Speak with Dead memorized.
Okay. You
Would
can
that
certainly
work
do
here?
that. You could certainly do that. Yeah, you could do that if you wanted to. But you can tell he was stabbed in the back.
Well, I'm gonna remove the knife, or if it's still there. And
No, it's not. It's just the wound is in his back.
okay, well, I'm gonna treat it then. I don't know. I'll make it look better. I don't know.
Okay. You can ask 3 questions. What are your questions? 3.
So that would be 4, right?
There's 3 questions.
1, 2, 4, 3, sir. 3.
When were you killed?
When you cast a spell, he kind of the eyes open up and they're kind of all gray and milky, and he says, "I was killed a month ago in the season of," and he tells you whatever season it was, when the birds were flying southward. Number 2, you need to ask these quickly.
Who killed you?
The Witch of the Woods, Morgana Nightshade.
Where can I find her?
I do not know. And his eyes close, and the body falls. Questions need to be related to what he's, when he was alive, not after his.
Yeah, I thought maybe he might know.
No.
Did that last one count as a question?
Yes.
And we still got the name.
Yeah, it's the sister.
Joel's and his sister. Daughter of Igliv, sister of Use. Yeah.
Okay, Mike, Kilgrith has the information gathering skill, which means he has to leave the grove, go find some criminals in town, basically. But with that name, he can go see what the underworld knows about Morgana or murders or anything like that. So.
And to be clear, the party is kind of familiar with not the name, but the person. They know of the witch in the swamp. That they've kind of been aware of her and been kind of fighting against her machinations for a while. So now, as far as the underworld, there's not much in this small little village. And
so whatever
Jason could
they're there, do they maybe even know maybe in a bigger town or something, just another thread of a clue to follow?
So you do know, and this is something that Jason would kind of be able to help you with as well, that the cultist of Nefertum, which is the cultists that believe that are trying to resurrect the dragon that was slain in the hills where the dragon bones are, which you weren't around for. And I say you weren't around for it was 100 years ago or so, but you weren't around for when this was described. But they fight against the witch because the witch wants to do other things that, and she doesn't like them because they're using death, and she's not a big fan of that. She seems to be not for whatever reason, she seems to be, there's something between the two, and you as far as the information you can get, it's not really clear on why they hate each other, but there seems to be one is necrotic, one is more of demonic sort of binding sort of, and for whatever reason they don't like each other. You know that the cultists have stolen things from people that are, like the book that the party picked up a long time ago that was lost. That was something that the cultists stole, that kind of stuff. So you're not really sure why that they fight each other, other than the fact that they're kind of not on the similar paths of what their goals are. But other than that, there's no other information about Morgana other than she is known to exist in the swamp, and at one point they thought that she was seeking some ancient city that was out there, but other than that, nobody's sure.
I'd like to take a moment to see if I can ask my God to give me information on where Morgana might have gone to.
So you can prophesy, and you can use the other spell, Augury. How do you want to use either one of those in that direction? You're going to have to give me details.
I want to prophesy.
I need to know specifically what you're trying to do with that. What are you trying to prophesy? What are you wanting?
I'm wanting to know, I don't know, it's kind of like a two-parter, where she's going and what she's wanting to do. But I don't think you're going to give me both of those, so I'll just go with where is she headed.
You see a mountain, and on top of the mountain, you see this massive, to you it looks initially, you think it's a keep, but it's not. It's like a large building made of log and wood, and you see these large giants outside of it. That's it.
Was that giants?
That's what I said, yeah. The building is huge. The beings outside are huge.
I'm going to relate to the party that we need to find the giants. That's where Morgana's going. Which is fine by me because I hate giants.